Good morning. It's 7 a.m. here on Friday, August 15th. Today in Baton Rouge, you can expect mostly sunny skies with a high of 92. In hour one of today's show, we'll talk a little LSU football. We'll do a jersey countdown. And then in hour number two, our OTB Top 25 and Bobby Carpenter hops on the show at 8:30. You can follow us on Twitter or Instagram at OTB_ESPN and watch us on YouTube at the 104.5 ESPN channel. Hour number one of Off the Bench, live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studios, starts now.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Let's go, baby, let's go!
From a championship backfield to your morning drive.
Hands to Hester, and Hester, yep, got it, 5 out of 5!
You're locked in to Off the Bench.
Flynn is back to throw from the end zone, goal!
Live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studio, here's Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Welcome in, OTB 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge. Friday. No, not the monster truck rally, although not opposed to it. OTB, Jake, Flynn, Alondra, Tate here, back with you. You are struggling out of the gates today.
Equipment is terrible today. My seat, every time I sit in it, drops about 8 inches.
I didn't look like the normal chair.
My microphone needs to go to Goodwood.
Badly.
I
forgot my headphones.
It's brand new.
Bro, look at this.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Tighten the screws.
Need it. You got a big flathead?
I mean, you could just.
Anybody got a flathead screwdriver on them? Anybody?
But you
your
did.
hands.
Like the middle portion of this is brand new. Good job, Taylor. He came in a little early today. But,
Is mine new?
need a little blue pill or something.
Nope.
That one might not come out of the port anymore.
Was you got to hammer it in there?
I don't know. I can't tell you the last time it's
Firmly
been
in?
removed.
Don't like that. It hasn't been cleaned either. A lot of people yelling, a lot of takes into
These
this one.
these little, what are these? Like spit guards?
I don't even want to think about it.
They're a little rusty. Some people get passionate and spray some spit when they speak.
Yep.
Hey, good morning, though.
Good morning.
Well, we're the only 2-person show. So
It's just you.
I think it'd be your spit.
So this used to be Jacob's spit, then.
Yeah.
Who is
Nice.
Jacob?
Maybe even Ryan Terrio spit in there.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's all you
It's true.
and Jake.
And
Jacob.
maybe, look, let's be honest. That thing hasn't been cleaned since Jeremy Hill either. Let's
That's
be
actually
honest.
fair.
Let's be honest. He's got some on there as well.
Oh, man, Friday.
Ready.
I'm ready.
I'm jacked up.
Yep. I got a little.
We're single digits away from boot meeting ball in Ireland.
Ooh.
We're 8 days away.
Ooh. Next Saturday?
Yes, and
Let's go.
we'll have a pontoon parlay for week 0.
Yeah.
We'll get real degenerate.
Oh, yeah. Did you say boot? Is that a football saying? Boot meeting ball?
You know, I picked it up from Chris Blair.
Every game.
He does.
Yeah.
Since I've been doing the games with him, he says it, and it stuck with me.
Okay. It sounds like a soccer thing.
I don't know. I don't think
Isn't that
Chris
what you
Blair
call-
watches soccer.
Isn't that what you call
Doesn't
soccer
string-
cleats?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
call them boots.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Yeah.
Boots and kits.
Boots and kits and all the dumb
You mean
things.
to ask him?
Yeah, I mean, it just
I
sounds like a
love it.
soccer
I
thing.
love it. That's his call. And boot meets ball here in Baton Rouge. Or the
Okay.
capital city. Maybe he goes to capital city.
Does he say the boot? Or
No.
No, just boot.
Boot meets ball.
boot? Okay. All right, I believe you. I was just asking. Did you see our guy Devin Snow yesterday at Twitter last
He's
night?
so mad.
He's so mad, and
I
I
love
agree
it.
with him.
I agree with him,
because
but
I
it's
think
so
I even
funny.
I might have lied to our listeners as well because I think I quoted that tweet
I think
multiple
both
weeks
of
ago.
You and Taylor did.
If you're not wondering what we're talking about,
I have no idea
So
what
it
you're talking
was
about.
He's pissed.
Yeah, it was the tweet. I think it was like
It was
Bleacher Report, right?
Yeah.
On July 24th said this is the last Thursday for the rest of 2025 without football.
Yeah.
Well, yesterday. What day
Live.
was yesterday?
It was
Thursday.
Thursday. What did I say?
No, you.
No, you
No,
asked.
you
asked
asked.
us.
Was that
Yeah, he said it was Thursday.
that
It was
was
the
kind
last
of a-
Thursday.
rhetorical thing that we all answered though?
No,
Yeah,
that was a
exactly.
tweet. I pulled it up.
Yeah.
Like we
Yeah.
had it on screen.
And then last night,
So
it was
go look on
Thursday,
Devin's
and
Twitter because he's so mad about it. He kept tweeting. It was so funny.
it was great. I was laughing my tail off last
Because
night
it's so
reading it.
true.
Because it is true. I was all
No
excited.
football yesterday. That's true.
Bleacher Report lied to us.
Well, I mean, the 10U Chargers got better, but
Okay, so
football
what
to
happened with
watch.
Coachgate yesterday?
I was there. I was walking in as he
Okay.
sent the
Nah,
message.
he was late. Like the guy, it's his facility, right?
I had to check everything out. We had something going on.
I'm
on
sitting
the
there.
outdoor fields.
All us coaches are there at the Elite Training Academy flag football preseason coaches meeting
Yeah.
to vote on very important rules, to discuss what's going to happen, the challenges, how we're going to all become part of this one united league together.
Yeah.
And everybody was there except for the person who ridiculed me.
I got there at 6:03, and
Right.
I was checking the surroundings of the building.
If
We
you're
had
early, you're on time. If you're on time, you're late. But what happens if you're actually late?
the meeting waits and
you're just-
starts when you get there, like it did yesterday.
That was very rude.
I should have
tried to upstage us a
should
little
have
bit.
not shown up
It would-
after ridiculing. Hey, but I will say there was one of the coaches that was in that meeting that said,
Mm-hmm.
"I knew about the meeting because I heard y'all talking about it on radio." So shout out.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody checks their group me.
Nobody.
No, nobody. I mean, there's a lot of organizations that use it as well. Like we use
it's
it for
like
like all the leagues.
All the baseball that we play, every football team, soccer team, basketball team that all my kids play on, it's group.
How did youth sports just decide that was the app we're going with? That's the one. Group me. Because it seems like everybody's on the same page.
I think it's a parent thing.
Did they run like a social media ad?
I don't know.
I'm sure there's multiple different ways. You could just do a regular group text. But I guess people that don't have iPhones always ruin those.
Yeah, they do.
Oh my God.
Is that the
With
worst
text?
type of person
Yes.
in the world?
Yeah,
Is
'cause
the person-
everybody-
Because you know
Texas
they're
green.
doing it to be a contrarian.
And I
Like,
know
That's the only reason they're doing it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to put names to it, but it's a friend of both of ours that does it, and his whole family is non-iPhone people, and I judge him every
Yeah.
single time I see the green.
No,
It never
I'll call,
goes away.
I'll call him out. It's Josh the Cherry.
Well, he's one of them. That's two
Yep.
then. How do you think about him?
So
One of my best good buds. And
Yeah,
he
'cause
ruins every single group
When we're in
text.
the fantasy football with Sotil, you're right. He's green.
Yep. And I hate it because it's like you try to like do like the thumbs up, like little reaction to it.
Yeah.
And it's just like, Matt Flynn liked, and it just spells out the entire
So
message.
dumb.
It's the worst.
Yeah.
Get an iPhone.
just get an iPhone.
Or you know what? If you don't
You're
have an
not
iPhone,
better
just
than us.
can y'all just figure out the technology
Yeah.
To get
between the
iMessage?
iPhone and I don't know what else do they use.
Chris
Androids?
says,
Yeah,
Game
Androids.
Changer is much better. Yeah, Game Changer is awesome.
But then you got
It's
to check it
baseball.
still.
That's a baseball. Game Changer's a baseball, softball. I don't think they
Wait,
they
it's
do
a
in this
it's
sport.
a baseball softball specific group chat application.
So Game Changer, you can actually watch the games. Like, so if you were out of town for my high and Huck had a baseball game, it's just like watching, like if you're watching a game cast on ESPN, like it's right in front of you and like the
Okay.
score. And
All right. You have to have a parent volunteer for that to set that up. Oh, you have the game. Like we're looking for volunteers every week to.
every team
Set
that
up
I've
the
ever been
tripod.
on, like there's one person that is like in charge of Game Changer. And that person usually like they want it. They they'll make the comments like, "Oh, I got game," but they really want,
want
to
it.
do Game
They want
Changer. Yeah.
I like it.
So
We're gonna
maybe
have Game
hey,
Changer
I was about to
at
say,
Elite.
should we come up with the football version if there's not already one?
Yeah, I think you could just probably use the same app for a different sport.
I don't know if Game Changer has football or not.
It's just video, right?
Well, but not every game has video, and so if it doesn't, like if you're watching like a game cast on ESPN, like not the actual, but it's like who's up to bat and where they hit the ball and how many runners are on. It has that. Like if Huck Flynn's up to bat, he hits a double, and it shows him on second base.
All right.
I can tell you have no idea
No
what
clue.
I'm talking about.
Got it, though. Why don't you just go to the games?
Because you're in Ohio slinging my high.
Ah, okay. I like it.
You've never missed a game because you've had business?
I try not to.
I didn't ask if you tried. I know you try.
I think I missed one.
So I walked in this
It's
morning.
great for grandparents.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
grandparents. is
I'm
the
not.
good
I'm
one.
not hating on it. I'm just trying to be a contrarian right now.
You're being an Android user.
I'm being an
Yeah,
Android
you
user.
are.
Yep. I disliked your statement a second ago. I thumbs down it.
I thumbs down the star position.
Oh,
God.
somebody else said something to us about that as well yesterday.
Yeah, I would say most people that I spoke with yesterday 100% agreed with me, which they should.
Look, I'm not agreeing or disagreeing. I'm just defining what it is in everyone's mind that calls it a star. That's what they have. That's the thought process that they have in that position.
We don't need to get back into it. They can call it Ronald McDonald if they want.
There's probably somebody that does.
Probably somebody.
Who's red and yellow? Iowa State. They might call it Ronald McDonald. I don't know.
Let's ask Bobby today what
Yeah.
what they call it in Ohio State.
I can tell you what they call it. Just talk
Probably-
amongst
Okay,
Probably
so I
Buck-
walked
it's
in
probably
this
Buckeye.
morning, and Taylor's
That's a
like,
Buckeye backer.
"What? Are we ready? Do you
Excellent.
have your number 13 ready to go?" And I was like, "Yes," but I feel like it might be a little because I'm number
Doesn't
13
matter.
today.
Doesn't
Top
matter.
25.
Doesn't matter
I
if
think
you
it's going to
think-
be unpopular in the
Doesn't
room.
matter.
Maybe. Yeah, no, it doesn't matter.
Doesn't
I'm going
matter.
with it.
Doesn't matter.
But
I'm going unpopular on off campus today, so it doesn't matter.
Unless we don't like it, then you got to change it.
I'm not changing it. But
All right, so here's the defensive positions they have for the Buckeyes. They run a 4-2-5. We've got a D end.
base.
Nickel. Hey,
Nickel.
4-2-5. There you go.
We've got a D end, a nose tackle, a defensive tackle, a rush,
Okay.
a will linebacker, a Mike linebacker, corner, strong, free, corner, nickel. So they have a position called rush.
I can see
Oh,
that.
that's fine, but star's not.
It's
rush.
Just, I mean, Rush is defensive end. I mean,
Oh, my God.
what?
So in that one, you can just hand wave it and be like, "Oh, it's defensive end, it's fine." But when somebody calls something a star,
Let's see. I mean, it's the same point I made yesterday. A Rush would just be a defensive end. You call him a hybrid, whatever. It's maybe like Clay Matthews type situation. I called Clay Matthews a defensive end, even though sometimes he got listed as an outside linebacker. I don't know what's happening right now.
sometimes he got listed as other things. What do you mean?
I don't know. You're just quiet every time I talk X's and O's, spit some truth over here.
It's a dramatic pause.
Oh,
All jokes aside, we got like things that are actually hung up in the office, and that play that we showed, Kay Klubnik yesterday against Appalachian State. That was a lot of fun. We went in, drew it up. App State played it awful.
Yep.
It, 3 guys that had the back end man, it looked like. So that was fun.
Yeah, because we played the clip yesterday during the show. We were kind of teaching what counter was, and we showed the clip of Clemson first game of the season versus App State, which I think Kate Klubnik had accounted for like 10 or 11 touchdowns that game. It looked great, and then we started breaking it down a little bit more, and App State, they did App State things, I guess. They did not play it real well. I would expect LSU to play it much better. So after that, after watching it, breaking it down more, I was not impressed with what Clemson did. I'll say that.
What are you two whispering about back there?
Deb's tweets about to the Bleacher Report people. Like, there was one that Taylor just showed me. It was like, "Bro, F you."
Look, here's one right here with the Stephon Diggs. Because it's Bleacher Report. Today is the last Thursday. So Dev said, so what game they got on tonight, bro? And then here's the other one with Sirianni crying. Can't believe a single thing on the internet. Dev was going off last night.
Man. I mean, was there a game scheduled that got canceled, or they all just screwed it up?
I was driving home yesterday, and Matt had Jimmy on. He has Jimmy on for the betting lines and everything, and Jimmy made a good point. He's like, he thinks the NFL screwed it up, and I kind of do too, because there are 2 games tonight. When do they ever play Friday night?
Preseason, they play Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Yeah, we
Sunday.
play.
Did they ever do 2 and no Thursday game?
I don't know.
I always remember preseason there being Thursday games.
Me too.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm saying there's 2 Friday games. Like, I think the NFL screwed it up.
Huh.
Wait, so because there's several pages. So like DraftKings posted it, ML Football posted it, FanDuel posted it, and he's replying to every single person that posted it.
I mean, how's the NFL can't, like, maybe a team's like, hey, can we push that back a day? Do we have an initial schedule?
I loved the Thursday games in the preseason, especially that
because we got Friday off. Saturday we kind of come in and we'd have a training camp practice, but it wouldn't be hardcore. And then Wednesday or Sunday you're right back at it. But
my first year, so my rookie year, it was like the ideal schedule. It was like the perfect how you would draw it up as a player for the preseason schedule. For preseason game 1 on Sunday, game 2 Saturday, Friday, and then Thursday. Yeah. So it was perfect. So it was 6 days in between each, which allowed you to get like a couple of practices in. But some teams would be like, they play the first week they played like Thursday or Friday, and then the next week they played Sunday. So they'd have like 3, 4, 5 good hard practices in. It's a perfect situation where they kind of had to like taper us off a lot. Yeah. And so it kind of helped us out, like helped the legs a little bit. That was like the way, to me, the way preseason should be drawn up. And of course, I believe it's the same way now. The last preseason game, all the games are on Thursday to give teams time that whole weekend to make their cuts and get their rosters finalized, make trades, whatever it is.
Yeah.
So how does it work, like timing-wise, with just the 3 games? Because I would assume they have 2 weeks before their first game.
Yes.
Yeah, because I still don't track the whole three preseason games rather than 4. So now they just have 2 full weeks before.
Yes.
Okay.
The long period of time before.
Yeah.
Because we're in week 2.
Mm-hmm.
So we're
sitting here on August 15th.
I'm trying to think when the cut. Yeah. So the cuts are coming a little bit of different timeline. But it used to, you'd get Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
Friday is when you either made it or you didn't.
Yeah, the cuts would happen Friday. And maybe they would trickle into Saturday if there were some bubble guys and seeing if they could get guys.
Or sometimes you get cut on a Sunday because Von Miller fails a drug test. That happens too. After you've already put your kids in school and signed a lease for a year.
Sign that 6-month lease and the 12-month lease.
12 months.
Okay. See, when you're in Green Bay, a lot of month-to-month rentals up there.
Yeah. Well, had 3 kids, thought when they said, hey, you're on the team. Turns out you're not.
Yeah, that happened quite a bit. It always happened to 1 or 2 people because that thought they were on the team, then they'd get cut like the Sunday or Monday of the first game week because, somebody else that the organization on another team got cut that they didn't think would be available. Or somebody fails a drug test or somebody gets injured, and it's like, we wanted to keep you.
We need a linebacker.
Yeah, we have like 2 linebackers hurt, so now we got to carry like 8 linebackers on the roster.
And sometimes you let John Elway know exactly what you thought of that decision.
How did he take it?
He just sat there and took it.
He was like, okay.
Yeah, he understood.
You can say what you want.
He did. And he let me, and I did.
Express yourself.
And I certainly did.
I'll let the old boy, I don't even remember his name, probably a terrible name, old boy for the Jets, let him hear it. They cut me. Almost made me miss my first child's birth. They had guaranteed me verbally with a handshake that I'd be on the team for 3 games.
You should have known.
I should have.
The NFL doesn't work like that. Bunch of snakes.
First NFL game Thursday, September 4th. We got Tay-Tay's Dallas Cowboys at Philadelphia Eagles. You excited?
No.
What's
I'm
the
excited
what
to
do you
get the
think
season started.
the line is going to be for that game? Let's just assume Micah Parsons plays.
Division game, Parsons healthy, first game of the year. I don't know. Is it in Philly?
Yeah,
It is.
It is.
I don't know what.
Because I believe that Oklahoma is playing Temple that weekend. Or they're playing the next weekend in Philly because Philly's going to Kansas City the next week. So Philly starts at home, goes to KC. Oklahoma goes and is playing Temple in their stadium.
I was going to say around 6, but if you go to ESPN.com, ESPN Bet actually has it at Philly -7.
Okay.
And I was going to say
6
about
was the
6,
number I was like.
I was going to say like
It
6,
just
6.5.
popped
So that's
out,
kind of right there.
Look at us. Are we degenerates or what? We can just like think of these lines. Top of our head.
You have to be a degenerate to be a Cowboys fan. All right, we'll take our first break of the show. When we come back, let's get into a little LSU training camp, and we'll do it right here on OTB.
Off the bench.
All right, go to getgordon.com. Gordon McKernan Injury Attorneys. Anywhere in the state of Louisiana, it does not matter. Anywhere. Anybody. Give me a city.
Walker?
Yep.
Irwinville.
That one too. Tay-Tay?
Napoleonville.
That one as well.
Ooh.
Anywhere in the state of Louisiana, you put your area code followed by 888-8888. You're going to get in contact with Gordon McKernan Injury Attorneys. Also, check them out on social media. At Get Gordon is always going to be the handle on all major social media to see what they're doing throughout the communities in Louisiana. Get Gordon and get it done.
That's right. Get Gordon, get it done. Go to their website and check out everything that they can do for you. If you've been injured, like injuries happen, accidents happen. It is okay. It is not your fault if you've been injured in a car accident, on the job, whatever it is. Let Gordon McKernan Injury Attorneys fight for you. Go see them. GetGordon.com.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
When it comes to industrial construction, River Parish Contractors can do it all. Mechanical, structural, custom fabrication, specialized welding, and turnaround services. Strategically located in between Baton Rouge and New Orleans, we have the local team with the experience and commitment to safety to manage the most complex industrial projects. Period. Here's the deal. Partnering with us means your project is delivered on time, on budget, and most important, safely. River Parish Contractors, let's get building.
At Sunshine, we know what you see when you look at your land. Where others may see dirt, you see the foundation you've built your life on. It's hallowed ground. It's past, present, and future. We're proud to provide quality John Deere equipment to help you maintain the land you love. Check out our current promotions and learn more about what it means to be powered by Sunshine at sunequip.com.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Breck teamed up to reimagine your parks, and you imagined big. With your help, we went to work creating 12 beautiful community parks across the parish. A family-sized water park, miles and miles of trails, and parks just for your dogs. There are more places to splash, to explore, to run wild, and even soar. You imagined, we delivered.
From players to legends, Hester and Flynn break down LSU football like only champions can.
Look how mad he is. Look at. He's so mad. Ooh.
You just said that.
We're excited though.
Go ahead.
We're just, by the way, welcome back, OTB. We are excited, me, Alondra, and Tate, because we just came up with a new music theme that could possibly be a weekly thing.
No, it's
and
not.
Jacob is very upset about
It's not
it.
going to be a weekly thing.
We're thinking about
I show up here half of the time for the music.
Funky Friday.
Funky
is what we're
Friday.
thinking.
Yeah, and I
Play a
say
little.
funk that.
Sorry.
Can we play Slam Dunk the Funk?
Yeah,
for
because
Funky
it has
Friday?
the name in
Yeah,
it.
Okay.
the name's
Yeah.
in there.
If we're going to do that, then I can kind of get behind that part of it.
So, little Funky Friday. See what you think in the
Ugh,
chat
I hate
here. Let
this.
us know.
It's my
I
least
haven't
favorite genre of
vetoed
music.
R&B Thursday,
Okay, because we did that before you got here.
Also true.
but we
And
can do this while
I was on the show
while
for
I'm
5
here.
years before you got here, so it's called seniority.
Technically, I was on the show as
No.
well.
No, you showed up 7 times in 5 years. Okay, that is not
That's so
count.
inaccurate.
Okay, 8.
That is so inaccurate. I donated my time.
DrinkMyHigh.com.
Get hydrated.
There was no reason you came in. Let's get this show started.
Funky Friday.
It's time to get
That's a
glowing.
win.
Courtesy
That's a
of
win.
GoFlow IV
We'll
Spa,
take it.
where hydration, vitamins, and a summer-ready glow are always on tap. Now, for starters,
Yeah, so you get y'all thinking about other things.
Let's go.
Thinking about
Let's go.
Funky Friday.
I also clicked it. It just was not.
Look. Alondra, do you know why football pants don't have pockets?
Yes.
No place to put all those excuses.
Mm-hmm.
Baseball pants, baseball guys, a lot of pockets back there.
There are pockets on.
A
Yeah.
lot of
A
excuses.
lot of pockets back there.
A lot of excuses.
Go to GoFlowIV.com. GoFlow IV Spa 225-953-8150. That is the number. It is hot. It is humid. Go ahead. Be proactive. Get hydrated. But let's say you had a night that turned into a little bit more fun than you thought it was going to.
Yeah.
That is okay because you can also go afterwards and you will feel much better after go seeing our friends over at GoFlow IV Spa.
Yeah, you got no excuse to be walking around feeling all bad out there if you're drink a little too much. If you're a little bit under the weather, the strange string of hot weather colds has been running around Baton Rouge. I went last week, signed up. I was in and out in 30 minutes. So you can go, if you're curious about IV treatment, just go to their website, see their menu of services, see what they can do right there on Jefferson Highway. Go Flow IV.
All right, we are 15 days away from LSU kickoff. Definitely think Malachi Dupree. Think Brandon Taylor.
Miles Brennan, if you want to go
Miles
quarterback.
Brennan,
Bingo.
for sure. Brandon Taylor before he wore 18. Kerry Vincent before he switched his number to number 5. I think did DJ Chark early wear 15 maybe?
No, he was 83-7 or something like
83
that.
to- I thought there was a half of a spring practice situation where he wore 15.
You could add some play, like 3 Keelan Williams.
That's not how that works. And if you're going to add a couple of number 5s, you could have gone with the Heisman Trophy winner.
Well, I'd recently seen a clip of Keelan. So it's fresh on the mind.
I think Sage Ryan was 15, wasn't he?
He was.
Sage
was 15.
I knew I was forgetting somebody.
It's good.
Keeling gets Virginia Tech.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Hurdle. Baller.
I just thought of another quarterback.
Really strange play call. Yep.
Gerard Randall. Remember him? Former 5-star. Transferred to Arizona.
Very good.
So if you want to go more quarterbacks, there's
I'd
two.
say based on that list, I'd say retire it.
Why would we do that?
Great list. Very good.
But
list.
everybody that had it switched to another number because they were like, this ain't it.
Because they knew
Sage switched. Kerry Vincent switched. Brandon Taylor switched.
Gerard Randall was so mad he switched schools.
Because they knew that they couldn't quite fill it.
Fill what?
I don't know.
Who's number 15 this year?
So you have two. You have Phillip Wright, and then linebacker Jaden Breaker. Two freshmen.
What are you laughing at, dude?
I'm not laughing at anything. 15 days away for the Tigers.
I'm excited.
Favorite number 15 on LSU. Go.
Brandon Taylor, for sure.
Breaker.
I'll go Malachi Dupree.
Yeah,
Breaker.
Malachi Dupree, because I'm like, whenever I first came to LSU, I met him, so I think that's pretty cool. I'm gonna go Malachi Dupree also.
I said Breaker. What was his first name?
Jaden.
Oh, JB.
Your boy.
Jaden Daniels was 5. That's almost 50.
That's basic.
Or
Basically
3
Five's in
Jaden
it.
Daniels, like
Basically
you said,
the
yeah.
Did Jaden wear 15 for like 3 practices before he got 5? I want to say I remember seeing him in it. Then he also said, nah, this ain't it.
I know I've told this story before, but I'll tell it again. When I got drafted on draft day, I was out at the golf course.
You got drafted on draft day?
Yeah, I'll take 3. I was out on the golf course. I didn't want to like have family and friends over because I was just like, I didn't want to do that. I'm like, look, I'm not like a first or second rounder, so we're just gonna go to the golf course.
Yeah, that's what I did.
I'm gonna block out. I'm gonna ask the golf course to block out like an hour and a half of tee times for me, my family, my friends.
You're here in Tyler
because it was here. We was up at the Bluffs actually. We went up to the Bluffs. And because I wanted to play like 12 or 13 of my people wanted to play. We all wanted to play together, so we wanted to play like a 12-some. So it was like block an hour and a half, 2 hour, whatever it was of tee times. We're gonna go out there. We're all gonna play together because it's draft day. And I was up there, and then I was like, maybe this wasn't a great idea because I don't have great cell phone service up here at the Bluffs golf course in St. Francis. Didn't have great cell phone service, but we caught some pockets. And we were on one of the fairways. I can't remember. I was like on 12 or 13.
Did you get a pocket of cell service on that hill that I almost died on?
Yeah, I got good service there.
Yeah.
Real good.
Picked up speed.
Pretty steep little hill. You almost died on that one. Wouldn't have been the first. But I get the call from the Packers, and they were asking me, we're going to draft you. Great. We're all celebrating. I'm like, okay, well, what number would you like? I'm like, well, yeah, is 15 available? And the guy just like chuckles. He's like, you don't really know much about the Green Bay Packers, do you? And I'm like, no, sir, I don't. He's like, well, we had a guy named Bart Starr here.
That guy didn't suck.
Can't really use 15. I was like, all right, well, I guess like what else is available? And they're like, well, you can go like 3, 10, 19, 13. And I was like,
10.
Let's just go with 10.
Yeah.
We'll do that one.
Yeah. If you'd have worn 19, I would have ridiculed you for a long time.
Yeah.
It's a bad number.
I know. I think I wore either 19 or 13 in Buffalo. It was ugly.
Yeah, it's bad.
Wasn't great.
It's bad. I've told mine. They called, and I wanted 20 because of Rocky Bleier, played for the Steelers, a veteran in Vietnam, Notre Dame guy, but just hard, tough, like physical, running back, fullback kind of hybrid guy. But Kason, our first round pick, took 20. And so they called me. They're like, hey, we got 22, 33, 44, which are all pretty good options. So we had some cold pops before because I got drafted before the party even started because we messed the time up. And so, like, I'm on the phone, and I'm just, like, yelling. I'm like, hey, 22, 33, 44, right? And just trying to get, like, feedback. And I think Katie and then my older brother both, like, 22. So that's when we went 22.
Like, I don't mean this disrespectfully, but, like, You wouldn't fill out a 44, I don't think. Like 44
I don't
seems
know.
a little bit big and like neck roll wearing.
I wore 44 my short time with the New Orleans Saints. It looked pretty damn good.
Did you?
I don't know.
Like you I don't know. I don't feel like you got the size for 44.
I got a turtleback. I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't mean that disrespect. Like you were like we need to come up with a name for your position, like a hybrid running back, fullback.
Let's let the chat do it.
Since we all want to put weird names on positions for different skill sets of players.
You know, it is funny, and we'll talk LSU at some point, maybe.
What for?
The internet this week.
We don't play for 15 days.
Yeah, the internet this week had a big discussion. Was Mike Allstott a big tailback or a fullback? I'd say he's a fullback.
Fullback.
He's a fullback that could tote it.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, well, yeah, but there was times where Lorenzo Neal would line up in front of him. I'm like, okay.
He would play the running back position.
That's just two
like
fullbacks.
Yeah.
Did he have a neck roll? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Did he have grit?
Mm-hmm.
Did he stay low? He's a fullback.
Am I or
He wore
am I
40.
not breathing right now?
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, those kind of vibes.
Yep.
Mike Allstott's a fullback. Don't try to take him from us. Try to take him from us and put him in TJ Duckett land where he's just a big running back.
2007. Would you consider yourself a running back or a fullback?
In 07,
Mm-hmm.
probably running back.
You're running back.
Yeah, running back. The only time I ever got at fullback that year is if Trendon was at tailback.
Yeah.
And we did like belly pitch.
You never went in at fullback with Charles or Keelan or anybody?
It was really it was the only time I remember even going in at fullback with any of those guys was against Arkansas when we hit the big 65-yard rail. They got called back.
Mm-hmm. Oh, the people
I don't
in
know
the
how
chat,
Arkansas didn't see that coming, but
people in the chat are calling that hybrid position that you played stumpy.
I'll take that.
Stump back.
Ooh, I like that.
Stump back's
See,
not
here's
bad.
the thing.
Low
like,
man's probably it, right?
What y'all don't
The
understand
stump
is like
position.
I embrace all that.
Absolutely.
Like Coach
You
Saban
should.
called me stubby legs. I roll with it.
Yeah.
If he sees me to this day, he'll say, "What's up, Stub?" or Stubby.
Yep.
All right.
These stubby legs getting that tuition and books paid for.
That's right. So I like it. Stump back is actually pretty good.
So, all right, speaking of jerseys, like when does LSU, is there like a normal time frame during training camp before the season starts where they do the whole number 7, number 18 situation?
They already got 7.
They already got 7. Okay.
Because per
18.
is back. No, there's no like, hey, on this day,
Yeah, I
this
didn't know
many
if it was
days
like
left.
after our last scrimmage,
in camp.
Monday of the first game.
No, it's usually like whenever the coaches and PK, I guess, kind of decide that they've got who they want to wear it. And
What do you think?
I think this one's easy.
And we'll tell you who it is on the other side.
Off the bench.
Nice tease.
Look
Look at us, bros.
Go to RussellPools.com. That is a website for Russell Pool Company. When you log on, you will see that whatever you're dreaming up for your space in your backyard, your dream pool, they can make it happen. There's not going to be any pools right there in this gallery that look the same. Everybody has something different that they want in their dream pool. And that's why Russell Pools is there for you. 225-924-2527. You give them a call, have them come out, and they'll show you exactly what they can do in your space. Also great financing options right there on the homepage, russellpools.com.
Yeah, the difference between Russell Pools is their attention to detail, their quality, but they have 2 landscape architects on staff that can take what your concept is, what you're thinking of in your head or what you've seen on Instagram, whatever it is, and take it into reality, the entire thing right there under one roof with Russell Pools. They are the leader in Louisiana for high quality pools. Go see them, russellpools.com.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
You gotta believe in the dream. Believe. You gotta believe in the dream. Believe. You
Ochsner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Ochsner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one. You. Ochsner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Family owned and community driven.
Service Chevrolet Cadillac, a legacy you can trust since 1972. Service Chevrolet Cadillac, our family serving your family.
For over 50 years.
At Luba Workers' Comp, our journey began over 30 years ago with a simple belief: our clients come first.
At Luba, our business has always been focused on people, not policies.
Through every success and challenge, we've continued to grow because we've stayed true to our values, committed to providing you with genuine dependability.
Because your well-being is more than a priority. It's our purpose.
Men, age is just a number. Don't let it dictate how you feel. Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness has anti-aging services that can help you look and feel your best. Visit yourgoodwood.com and discover a renewed sense of vitality.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime during this challenging event. And we're right there with you. Our mobile banking app is a smart way to manage your money and time. Gulf Coast Bank and Trust, the bank that cares about you.
We came up with the idea of auctions in August. Gulf Coast Bank does all the work. We display the item. We prominently feature it in social media.
Get down, get down. 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 Get down, get down.
Tigers turn talkers. This is Off the Bench.
All right, welcome back in. OTB 104.5, ESPN Baton Rouge. All right, Tay, floor is yours. You said you know who's going to wear number 18 this year.
It's time you give it to a quarterback. I think it has to be Garrett Nussmeier. It has to be. I mean, he stayed here. He's a fifth-year guy. He could have transferred, went to a lot of other places, didn't, stuck around. He wanted to be here. Like it has to be Garrett Nussmeier.
Garrett Nussmeier, just add a little loop here and a little loop there. Turns 13 into 18. Be the first quarterback since our guy Matt Mock.
It does bring up a really interesting question that every player who gets offered the number, they have to accept the number as well. Like
for sure.
The guy that you have that's had a lot of success.
There's been
people are very superstitious about their jersey numbers.
There's been one player. There's only been one. There's only been one player that I think would have probably gotten it if he would have kind of accepted it and been okay. But his number was kind of his deal. Yeah, I mean, numbers are important for sure.
Oh yeah, I mean, athletes are superstitious, like in general. So, but if you've had the success under one number, it is hard to change, whether there's tradition there or not. I'm not saying he shouldn't do. If it's offered to Garrett, I'm not saying he shouldn't do it, but I bet it's going to be like, all right, well, can you give me a day? Can you let me think about it?
I feel like Witt is probably the easy answer too.
That's who I think.
Yeah.
Should probably get 18.
Shout out Witt.
Shout out to Witt.
He is quickly becoming like one of my favorite all-time LSU players, and last year was like a really big, like it moved him up in the rankings for sure, especially after he shotgunned the ball.
Was it?
Yes.
Is it? Yeah, for sure.
Witt. again, I say this story all the time. LSU's only brought me in ever on one recruit, and it was Witt. Because they were like, we see him wearing 18 before he leaves here. And he was in high school. And they're like, that's why we want to bring you in. I think he fits, a lot of the, checks a lot of the boxes.
Defensive-wise, that makes a lot of sense. But, look, if we're throwing out names, we know what 18 is all about. Like, you got to be a leader. You got to be a guy that's, kind of been there, done that. Jacoby and Guillory.
True.
I mean, he's a vocal guy on that D-line. This is his 6th year because he's battled injuries. Like, if I'm thinking outside the box, that's another option.
Is it hyperbole to say that Whit Weeks might be one of my favorite human beings on earth?
No.
No, not at all.
Is it hyperbole to say that I would have forced myself to be like best buds with him if we were same age? No doubt.
I think that would have been like a naturally occurring friendship.
Yeah.
But I remember last season, because, last season was like Blake Baker's first season at LSU, if I'm remembering correctly.
Well, as coordinator, yeah.
Well, yeah. And then, because he was at Mizzou. And then the year before, Witt had a good season, but he didn't have Blake Baker at the head. So I remember, like, last season going into it, we were like, who's the one player you want to see? Or, like, what's the one thing you want to see? And I was like, I want to see what Blake Baker can do with Whit Weeks. And what he did was incredible. And I'm really excited for this season, too.
Yeah, because we talked a lot last offseason about what he did with Damone Clark.
Yeah.
Because everybody's like, oh, Damone can't play. It's like, I think he can play. I mean, he's incredibly talented, smart football player. And I remember when Blake got here, he's like, how did y'all not have that guy on the field? Like, he was blown away. Like, if you ask him to this day, he's like, that was not very smart to not have Damone Clark out on the field more. And they turned him into somebody that is a pro now. I mean, he plays for the Cowboys, had a monster last year at LSU. And we kind of talked about it because Harold Perkins was moving to linebacker. Like, oh, what can he do with Perk? Well, it's really Witt that probably gained the most from having Blake Baker as his coach.
How do we feel about two people wearing 18?
I'd prefer one.
I never understood the double number thing.
That was a Coach O thing.
Yeah,
did it last year.
I know we do it.
It was a Coach O.
I know we do it. I don't like
Coach
it.
O
I think it's just I don't like any number being there's one whatever number it is 20 on offense and defense, but especially like 18. 18 should be like a singular thing.
Isn't there like a 7 aspect to like you give 7 to certain players?
Yeah,
also?
playmaker. Yeah.
So what about a playmaker? So what about Witt 7?
Well, Perk's already 7.
True.
Because he's back this year.
No, I take it back. Whatever. I don't even like 18.
Ed Star.
You said something nice.
I did say something nice. I take it back. 18's a dumb. Take it away.
Take it back.
I think the first time they did that, it was like they gave it to, I believe, Locature in the spring and then J.D. Moore in the fall, or vice versa.
Yeah.
That's
like
the first time I remember
J.D.
being
Moore
two.
is like one of the best human beings you'll ever meet. Like J.D. wearing 18 like made all the sense in the world, for sure. All right, real quick, go around the room. Favorite 18. I'm going to make you pick one. Favorite 18. Favorite one.
Benny Logan.
That's a great one.
Jacob Hester.
No, you can't pick me.
I can't think of another one.
Yeah, you can. And you really like this human. Like, you always talk about how much you enjoy him.
Why can't I think of it?
We'll come back to you.
Okay.
Brandon Taylor.
That's a great one. I was probably going
to. I want to change my answer.
Nope. Mine was between 2, and if Alondra doesn't pick it, I think she is, then I'm going to go with it.
I do like Josh Williams. He was 18 last year.
All right. I'm going to steal yours then.
Who?
Dick Dixon.
Oh, yeah, I do love him. I forgot
you always talk about how much.
Yeah.
That's the answer.
Dick Dixon's my favorite.
I forgot he was 18.
That was the answer.
2 years, right?
Yeah, because he was 18 right after you.
Yeah.
He wasn't 18 with me, so we were gone.
For what?
He's not 18 in my heart.
82?
82.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
If you had thrown him
82 in my heart.
one more touchdown, he'd have been MVP and not you.
Love you, bud.
But I'm glad you didn't because I got to score. All right, more OTB when we come back. 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Off the bench.
My 2 choices were actually the 3 choices. I was going to go Dick Dixon, Benny Logan, or Brandon Taylor. So shout out to them.
I don't even recognize that number. I shouldn't have said anything.
Yes, you do. And you already did. 2 of your better friends wore it. Anyways, go to AllStarToyotasBatonRouge.com. buying new, leasing, renting, everything is always available over at All Star Toyota. So go check them out. Go walk the lot. Go see what is for you. If you're going to watch the Tigers or the Saints play this fall and you need to rent a vehicle because you're planning on tailgating on the road, you need something a little bit bigger. They've got the truck, the van, the full-size, mid-size SUV. They got it all. All-Star Toyota Vendors.com.
Check them out today. If it is just that time, everybody gets to that point where they're just like, all right, it's time for an upgrade. It's time for something new. Whether it's brand new, whether it's used, whether it's a long-term lease on a car, go check them out. You can see everything they have on their lot right there at the website. Start the trade-in process as well. All-Star Toyota of Baton Rouge.com.
Flight by Yingling is raising the bar by crafting the next generation of light beer. With only 2.6 carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Flight by Yingling. Raise the bar.
ED, low T, or simply seeking to optimize your health and performance? Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness offers a range of discreet services to address your specific needs. We empower men to reclaim their health and confidence. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar, but instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
We typically think of stress as being bad for us. At Our Lady of the Lake and LSU, we are researching how certain types of stress, such as exercise, can be good for our immune health. By studying people under extreme stress, such as athletes, astronauts, service members, and first responders, we're learning how to improve the immune health of everyone. That's the power of research. That's the impact of champions. Together, we roar.
At Sunshine, we know what you see when you look at your land. Where others may see dirt, you see the foundation you've built your life on. This, it's hallowed ground. It's past, present, and future. We're proud to provide quality John Deere equipment to help you maintain the land you love. Check out our current promotions and learn more about what it means to be powered by sunshine at sunequip.com.
When it comes to choosing energy for your family and your home, make the smart choice with natural gas. You can count on efficient and affordable natural gas to keep you comfortable and reduce your environmental impact to help protect our planet. Together, we're fueling our energy future. Atmos Energy.
We came up with the idea of auctions in August. Gulf Coast Bank does all the work. We display the item. We prominently feature it in social media, on our website.
2007 champs, purple and gold to the core. This is Off the Bench with Hester and Flynn, Baton Rouge's go-to for all things Louisiana sports.
I'm feeling it. Funky Friday.
You know, we're sitting here, we're talking about guys that wore 18 in the past and a guy that wore 15 as well, Brandon Taylor. I was just sitting there, and after you said Brandon Taylor's name, I'm like, can we get like 6 Brandon Taylors? Like, can we get his mindset back in the defensive backfield?
It's not too much to ask for.
I mean, his skill set for sure. I mean, he still looks like an Avenger, but his mentality, like, can we get like 6 of those guys? Because when everybody talks about DBU, there's a lot of names they throw out there that they should, and all pro guys in the NFL. But also a part of DBU was guys like LaRon Landry, Craig Stelz, Brandon Taylor, that were dogs, and then had that kind of mindset. Like, we need 6 BTs back there.
Always have played a lot of football for many, many years in an LSU jersey, which is you never know. We might have it.
That's what I'm saying.
We're feeling pretty good about our DB room right now. The depth, the rotation. Never know. Bring that dog mindset. Bring it back. DBU. Let's go.
About 30 minutes from now, we got our guy Bobby Carpenter, the general, joining us. Let's talk a little college football when we come back here on OTB.
Off the bench.
All right, go to KTZBlinds.com, KTOZBlinds.com. K2Z Interiors and Outdoor Living since 2004. We say it all the time because it's true. 2004, long time ago, my freshman year. Flynn was a redshirt freshman. The film was real grainy. We showed you that yesterday. So if you've been in business since 2004, you're doing things the right way. You're treating your customers the way they should be treated. You're making sure that they're always satisfied with the work, and that's exactly what you get with K2Z. Interior, outdoor living, they can do both. Sometimes they can do both together like they've done for me. They'll do it for you as well, KTZBlinds.com.
Yeah, give them a call. They will actually come to your house and know your space and what you need better than you will, and they can literally work within any budget that you have. They will make your house more energy efficient. They will make it more beautiful. K2Z Interiors and Outdoor Living. Go see their brand new website. That is KTZBlinds.com.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
River Parish Contractors has immediate openings for structural steel shop fabricators. Call or text Big Jake today at 318-547-1000 or go to rpcontractors.com and click on employment. River Parish Contractors. Let's get building.
We came up with the idea of auctions in August. Gulf Coast Bank does all the work. We display the item, we prominently feature it in social media, on our website, but we do it because it's the right thing to do for the community.
Today, we are shaping tomorrow.
We are researching how extreme stress impacts the immune system, from trauma victims to athletes and even astronauts.
Our work is leading the way in sepsis treatment, saving countless lives.
We're unlocking the mind with music in exciting new ways.
Our Lady of the Lake Health and LSU are improving the health of our state.
That's the impact of champions.
Imagine the impact we'll have on the future. Together, we roar.
At Luba Workers' Comp, our journey began over 30 years ago with a simple belief. Our clients come first.
At Luva, our business has always been focused on people, not policies.
Through every success and challenge, we've continued to grow because we've stayed true to our values, committed to providing you with genuine dependability.
Because your well-being is more than a priority. It's our purpose.
Hi, this is Beth Serena. Welcome to my pool. The first time I saw this beautiful pool, it exceeded every expectation that I had. They were able to get everything we wanted in this pool. It is a beautiful pool. We live out here, we eat out here, we watch TV out here. This is like our living room outside. We love this pool and everything about it. When we decided to build our pool, we called a great friend who is one of the best pool builders in the country in North Louisiana, and we said, who would you choose to build a pool in Baton Rouge? And without a hesitation, he told us Russell Pools. He said their history, tradition of great builds, great pools was unmatched. So of course, who did we call? Russell Pools. The advice I would give to anyone looking to build a pool is first call Russell Pools. They'll do an incredible job. It'll be incredibly organized. It'll be time efficient. And you will have your pool in no time.
Breck teamed up to reimagine your parks, and you imagined big. With your help, we went to work, creating 12 beautiful communities.
Good morning. It's 8 a.m. here on Friday, August 15th. Today in Baton Rouge, you can expect mostly sunny skies with a high of 93. In hour 2 of today's show, we'll have the latest edition of our OTB Top 25 poll. And then at 8:30, Bobby Carpenter hops on the show. You can follow us on Twitter or Instagram at OTB_ESPN and watch us on YouTube at the 104.5 ESPN channel. Hour number 2 of Off the Bench, live from the Mercedes-Benz Baton Rouge studios, starts now.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Okay, here we go.
Where the plays get broken down and science gets denied.
Hey, they said I gotta come off the bench.
Hour 2 of Off the Bench, live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studio, starts now.
All right, welcome back in. Hour number 2, OTB 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge. Over the last couple of days, maybe really last couple of weeks, we have given you the OTB Top 25. Now, there's an AP poll. There's a coaches poll. Those are out there, but do they really matter?
No. They're awful. They're terrible.
If you're trying to figure out who the 25 best teams in college football are, well, we're going to give it to you here on the OTB Top 25. Let's give a quick recap. 25, Boise State. At 24, Memphis. At 23, Baylor. 22, Georgia Tech. 21, Tennessee. 20, Iowa State. 19, Texas A&M. 18, Indiana. 17, Ole Miss. 16, Florida. 15, Texas Tech. At number 14, SMU. And we'll throw it to Alondra Blank Space Villarreal for the number 13 team in the country.
The number 13 team in the country, according to the OTB Top 25 poll. We're going to do it in the Big 12. At number 13 is Arizona State.
Hey! Let's go Sun Devils. Let's go.
Here we go.
Let's go Sun Devils.
So I know that they're returning a lot of their starters. About 79% of their team from last year is coming back this year. You know, when the Big 12 came out of nowhere and kind of just made a name for themselves. Yeah, they made a name for themselves, obviously headed up by Cam Scattaboo.
Let's go. Yeah.
They lose Cam this season, and obviously that's a big hit. They have Sam Levitt still, who is now in the top 10 to win the projected to win the Heisman. It's tied with Gunnar Stockton and one other person. I can't remember who. But they have Kyson Brown at running back to fit that, or to replace Cam Scattaboo. They also get Army transfer Kanye Udo.
Yep.
Junior. So
1,000-yard rusher last year for Army.
Yeah, shout out Kanye. So Kyson Brown got some minutes last season too, and
they have 3 guys named Brown, last name Brown.
Yeah.
At the running back position. I bet that doesn't get confusing at all.
Raleek Brown is the other one. So they do miss Cam Scattaboo. That's going to be a big hit that they take. But I'm looking at their schedule. So we were talking about this yesterday. I don't remember if it was on air or off air, but, you know, Matt was talking about how you're trying to predict how they're going to end the season. And I just find Arizona State on the outside looking in, first win out for the college football playoff this season. I'm looking at their schedule, and it's pretty favorable. They start off at Arizona State versus Northern Arizona, and then they play Mississippi State, Texas State, but then they got Baylor at Baylor on September 20th, host TCU at Utah, and then they host Texas Tech, Houston, at Iowa State, host West Virginia, at Colorado, and then they close off the season versus Arizona at home as well. And you know, we got a few of these in our top 25. So we got Texas Tech up there. We got Baylor. And I just think that, like, the schedule is going to be where they're going to have a little bit of challenges, especially with Texas Tech and Baylor.
Yeah, Big 12's got a lot of chaotic energy surrounding
Yeah.
it in a good way. It's
In the
going to
best
be
way.
like week to week. It's going to be very difficult to win games there.
Yeah, so that's who I got at 13.
I like it.
Arizona State. I felt like it was going to be maybe unpopular in this room, but
No.
I don't know.
I think Arizona State's a good football team. I think Arizona State, like you said, returns a ton of production. They've got Sam Levitt. They've got Jordan Tyson. Jordan Tyson missed, obviously, the run last year, was out of that quarterfinal game against Texas, a double overtime loss. They were a play away. If they stop them on that fourth down, they win the game, and that was without their best receiver. So Cam Scatterbo certainly was the engine on that team. I understand that. But if there's one position that you can replace quickly, it is the running back position. That's why we always say it. Young guys, freshmen can come in. There's not a lot of thinking when it comes to that position in today's college football because you don't have a lot of pass protection responsibilities anymore. There's no cross-scanning key protections anymore. It's like you'll check will linebacker and get out. You'll free release and get out. You'll check maybe will free safety and get out. So they've got a couple of running backs that I think it's going to be by committee for sure. They're not going to replace Cam Scatterbo with one player. You could get a 1,000-yard rusher from Army. That is great, but he is, look, coming from Army, pass protection, probably had 3 of those all year long a year ago. So that's going to be something to pay attention to. But for Arizona State as a program, think about where they were for the last 2 years. Like Kenny Dillingham, I think, is one of the best young coaches in college football. Think of what he did with Bo Nix, by the way, coming from Auburn to Oregon.
Yeah.
But they had like 70-plus players each, like the last 2 seasons through the like portal or high school, like 70 new players. You take a look this year, and it's not. This year was all about retaining the players they had that had them in a quarterfinal situation, one play away from a semifinal. So Kenny Dillingham said, this year, we spent our money retaining our guys because now we've built the foundation. We don't have to do a deep dive like we have one of the leaders in the portal over the last couple of years. We can dabble in the portal. We can go get players, which they certainly have. They bring in a running back. They bring in a center. They bring in 3 receivers. But now they feel like their program's at a place where it's about keeping the guys that you brought there, building that foundation, building new buildings. They're getting an indoor facility. They don't have one of those. Arizona State's facilities aren't the best. That's where I worked out for the combine. I can tell you it's not. Now, the city's great. The weather's great that time of the year, but they want to start to build the foundation of the program. Kenny Dillingham is from Tempe, went to Arizona State. He's the perfect coach for the Sun Devils. I like them.
They were certainly we're getting, a little Big 12 happy here, and I like it because we're excited about this Big 12 conference, the chaos that it could potentially have. All of these people, I mean, we're saying 7, 6, 7, 8 teams with a legit shot at maybe bringing home a Big 12 title. I like this pick. It's kind of going to be, where is the rest of this crew? Where are we going to fit Kansas State in? Are we just going to kick them out? Are we going to put them in the top 10 or close to that 10 range? We're like, what are we going to do with our next couple of picks? Because that's a big decision
You got
to make.
number 11 coming your way there, Bo.
But here's my thing is, look, Arizona State last year caught lightning in a bottle. You just said it. Cam Scatterbo was the engine. But I'll make the argument that he was the engine, he was the fuel, he was the tires, he was the driver, he was the
rally.
He was everything.
Puke and rally in that game.
And so I think there's going to be like an emotional, physical like chasm right there that it's going to be hard to fill.
Mm-hmm.
To play a little bit of contrarian, I think they have a little setback this year. Just because I just think he meant so much. I watched the game. It was like everything.
And that's why I put them at 13 because, we got the 12-team playoff. And I'm like, okay, I just feel like this season they're going to find themselves on the outside looking in because they're missing that huge piece of, like you said, the emotional aspect of it. Like, that's bigger than, it's not bigger than, like, the skill, but it's bigger than what people think it is. Like, having that engine, the fuel, the everything is going to be a big hit on Arizona State. Now, I do still think that they stay in the game and they 13 is still a good spot to be at, but I do think that it's going to be a big hit. And like you said, I'm meant to say, but like, it was kind of like catching lightning in a bottle. And it didn't, like, at the end of the season is when they really started to pick it up. So I just think that they find themselves on the outside looking in this season.
Yeah, like if Cam Scatterbo was back, they'd probably be in the top 7 for me. I think 13's a perfect spot for them. because they're missing that. You go get somebody who's run for 1,000 yards on a 10-win team a year ago.
Yeah.
Let's see how he translates from the service academy and the option and to, now I will say this about Arizona State's run game. When you turn it on, it's not inside zone. It's inside zone. It's outside zone. It's counter. It's power. It's trap. It's
Statue
ISO.
of Liberty.
It is everything. Like when you look at their run chart, it's distinguished. Okay, like it is. It has got every run available. That's what made them unpredictable. So they've got to find ways to integrate these 3 new running backs into their system, not fall into tendencies, because it's going to take 3 people to replace Cam Scatterbo. You don't replace the meathead player of the year with one guy.
No.
What is Scatterbo going to be considered? A stump back?
Yep. What do you play? Stump.
Stump.
Just stump. We don't even need.
That's it.
Don't need the back part of it. Stump.
I don't need to put labels on
Actually,
it.
I really like stump. I think the person might have thought that was going to be some shade, but I love it.
You love it.
Stump.
I just thought that y'all were going to think that it might have been too low, but that was the only reason why I thought it was going to be.
I hate
Oh, you
to
thought
be
we'd
this
have
guy.
like 11 or something?
Well, I don't know. I just thought maybe y'all,
it's
Taylor.
too-
well, I
it's
want to
too
hear what
low,
Taylor's
maybe.
saying.
I
thought that y'all. Yeah, I thought that y'all would have had them ranked a little higher than I would have.
Higher is like higher number or better?
No,
Better.
Better.
Higher
Like
means like
top
you
10.
have
I'm
them
trying
like
to figure
10.
that one out. Yep.
Like top
got it.
10. I meant like I thought y'all think they're worthy of
How'd
like
you
a top
graduate
10.
college?
Well, I mean, like,
I think Tay Tay's gonna give a.
No, I
With
think
honors,
this is
too, probably.
a terrible pick. I don't really know what position. I'm kidding. I told her I was going to do that before the show, guys. I think this is right. If you would have
That
picked
feels
him
right.
at 13, I probably would have picked him at 12
And if
on
you would have
Monday.
picked him at 12, I probably would have
right.
put him
I
at
think
10 when I got him.
I
I
He's
can see
11.
this
yeah,
team
right?
going 9-3. I'm with you. I think it's a slight step back, but 9-3 is about 13 or 14th ranked team in the country, probably.
Yeah.
I think Cam Scatterbo is a big loss, but remember, Sam Levitt, first-year starting quarterback a year ago.
Yeah.
He's back.
He
He
was a
was
redshirt
really good.
freshman, yeah.
And people want to talk about weapons back. You got Jordan Tyson, who's one of the best receivers in the country. Jordan Tyson did not play in their playoff run last year due to an injury. So, that's actually a weapon back that they did not have at the end of the year when they were playing so well. So that's kind of an added weapon that they didn't have. So I think this is a good pick. Plus, I trust Kenny Dillingham. I get it.
Yeah.
Cam Scatterbo was emotional. He was the leader of that team, but Kenny Dillingham's kind of that guy also. So I think they'll be fine. I think there's a little step back, but I can see 9-3, 13-14 for me would have been fine.
And I know that they're ranked above them in our OTB preseason poll, but I just feel like Texas Tech is going to be the standout of the Big 12 this season.
CBS Sports picked them to win the Big 12
Really?
yesterday. Yeah.
Look at me.
Yeah.
I
Did
know
they?
ball.
Yeah.
Were they listening to this show?
Obviously.
Yeah, I'm kind of like, ooh.
Yeah,
I know.
probably, because in the AP, they're 23.
This is a
You gotta
tricky
be-
doing
Get
this
your
top 25 because in my
tortillas!
head I'm like Texas Tech's going to be they're gonna win those tough games.
Yeah.
They're going to split with Kansas State and Arizona State. I
Yeah.
think it's going to be super tricky. I'd like to see Texas Tech win it.
That's why I like the blind ranking aspect of this. Is
I do too.
I'm
yeah.
so excited for the Big 12 because
You're going to leave some teams off.
Yeah.
I do-
I don't think any of us are going to pick
I don't
Michigan.
think we're going to pick Michigan.
I
They're gonna be
do
left
think
off.
that the Big 12 is going to be the much higher quality version of the MACtion this year. I think it's going to be nuts. I think it's going to be insane. I think there's going to be crazy games, wild plays happening at the end to win big games that are meaningful in that race for the Big 12 championship. I think it's going to be wild.
Yeah, I do too. Can't wait. Can't wait to see how it plays out. It was great last year. I think it's going to be even better this year. And I don't think it's going to be, bad football teams trying to see who's going to win. I think it's going to be good football teams fighting towards the top.
Yeah.
Now, they might only get one playoff team because of it, only the champion, because you're going to have 3 losses because everybody's going to beat up on everybody. But I think it's going to be high-level football. All right. So when we come back yesterday, and we'll get into our LSU discussion, yesterday I put out a poll that had over 600 votes. The position group that LSU's fan base thinks has to raise their level of play for LSU to be successful this fall. We'll tell you which group got picked. We'll break down that group, and we'll do it when we come back here on OTB.
Off the bench.
All right, go to gcopnet.com. That is a website for Gulf Coast office products. So if you are looking for the standard in Louisiana and you've got a law firm, engineering firm, universities, banks, hospitals, medical services. I mean, so many big businesses that they can help out with because, look, you have to print documents. You have to have the ability to know that when you press the print button, right, everything's going to work like it's supposed to be working, because obviously, like, time is going to be very important in all the things that we just listed out there, right? So Louisiana's trusted source, New Orleans, Baton Rouge, Mandeville, Lafayette. Go to the website today to see what they can do for you, gcopnet.com.
Yeah, Louisiana's leading copier and printer source, proud partners of LSU Tigers, the Saints, the Pelicans, you name it. They are very trusted, and they are a big company, but they act like a small local company. They will help you out, gcopnet.com.
Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram is taking $22,500 off MSRP on the brand new 2025 Ram 1500 Laramie with $22,500 off MSRP with a complimentary 7-year powertrain warranty that comes with all new Bayou Automotive vehicles. If you need sales or service, the crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
Businesses like yours are the soul of our community. You deserve someone who'll deliver the internet services you deserve. That's why local businesses rely on Rev Business, 90 years of building connections. Visit us at letsrev.biz.
Parish Construction and Roofing.
This is Coach Kim Mulkey. Go to parishbuilt.com for all of your roofing needs.
From your hometown, parishbuilt.com.
Baton Rouge's home for real rock. It's Eagle 98.1. Foo Fighters. Led Zeppelin. AC/DC. Pearl Jam. And the flagship home for LSU sports. Take us anywhere with the Eagle 98.1 app. Eagle 98.1 is the rock station.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Family owned and community driven.
Service Chevrolet Cadillac, a legacy you can trust since 1972. Service Chevrolet Cadillac, our family serving your family.
For over 50 years.
At Luba Workers' Comp, our journey began over 30 years ago with a simple belief: our clients come first.
At Luba, our business has always been focused on people, not policies.
Through every success and challenge, we've continued to grow because we've stayed true to our values, committed to providing you with genuine dependability.
Because your well-being is more than a priority. It's our purpose.
We came up with the idea of auctions in August. Gulf Coast Bank does all the work. We display the item. We prominently feature it in social media, on our website.
Locked in on LSU football 24/7. You're listening to Off the Bench.
This is a good one.
You know what day it is. Funky Friday.
It's what Friday?
Funky Friday.
Ah, okay.
God, dude, relax. It's a family show.
From 7 to 8, it sure is. 8:19, ball.
8:19. Kids are already dropped off.
All right. Yesterday, I put out a poll. Which position group must elevate its play the most for LSU to succeed this fall? You had 4 options: defensive backs, running backs, offensive line, defensive line. It had 611 votes. Which one do we think, Matthew, won the vote?
I believe on the vote, I believe it'd be offensive line.
All right. Alondra?
O-line.
Tay-Tay?
I've seen it, so like I know the answer.
Ah, boo.
Giving out
I
the
was
secret.
honest. I was honest about it.
I think it's O-line, and then in second, defensive back.
So I voted on that poll,
I did
and
too.
I took it too literal because you said raise your level of play, meaning raise your level of play from a year ago or exceed expectations.
I said elevate.
Because if you want elevate your play from a year ago, it's a defensive back all day long. Because offensive line was actually good last year.
No, I don't live in the past. I didn't put last year. I'm just talking about elevate their play from where they currently are right now.
Oh.
Offensive line.
All right. I misread the question then. Nobody really knows how they're doing right now, except for the coaches.
Yeah. Been out to a couple times.
Yeah, well.
It's the offensive line, guys.
It's the offensive line. I mean, I would say
here's the vote real quick. Defensive backs, 21.8% of the vote. Running backs, which I was a little surprised, 4.1% of the vote. There's some concerns behind Caden Durham at running back.
I think that's the thing, though. I think everybody's so high on Caden.
I mean, Caden's a very tough young man, played through a pretty painful injury last year, but still, like, behind him, like, there's 2 scholarship guys. So that's a little surprised he only got 4.1% of the vote. Defensive line got 11.9% of the vote. I think that tells you just how well Kyle Williams has done with these defensive tackles in a short period of time, because you felt good about the edge rushers already. It was the defensive tackles. So that's actually a pretty good sign. Offensive line, 62.2% of the vote.
It should be the only position you have a big question mark about right now. Like, I haven't been to practice this week. Unless something has drastically changed, the DBs are actually pretty good.
Yeah.
At least you have a healthy rotation. Like, O-line right now is a concern for me.
Look, the vote comes off of the unknown for the offensive line. That's what the vote is. It's not like how it's worded or whatever. It's like, what's the biggest concern for you? Because it's the biggest unknown, and that's offensive line. Like, defensive backs. Is it an unknown because we haven't really seen the new people play? Yes, that's a big unknown. But it's easier to watch and judge defensive back play in training camp than it is offensive line. Like, it's hard to just sit there and judge how an offensive line
without watching the film.
Without watching the film, like, it's hard to see it from the view, like a field level view. It's hard to really see who's actually playing well. I mean, you can see who's physically dominant in like one-on-ones and half line, things like that, but you really don't know who's like nailing their assignments. Like, we watched that clip of the Saints the other day. Everybody did their assignment except for
Cesar Ruiz.
And it wasn't a physical thing. It was a mental thing.
Yep.
Those are the types of mistakes that you can't see from a field level just watching it one time when you're going to evaluate practice. But you can certainly evaluate a DB that's flying around, batting down balls, covering people up, making the right run fits, intercept a pass. That's easy to see. So I think with the reports coming out from training camp, there's not as big of an unknown. I think everybody's pretty common consensus that we are so much more improved from last year. Now, the offensive line, we don't know because we don't know. Like you don't know what you don't know, and that's what we will find out. But we're not going to find out as a fan base or as media. We're not going to find out till game 1.
That's actually a really good point by you, and I don't say that very often. It is a really good point by you, because you're right about, like, that is a position where you do have to get the end zone copy.
Yep.
I want to see, like, is it angles? Is it assignment? Because when we broke down Cesar Ruiz missing it, like, initially I was like, man, what was he doing with, like, there was no kick step, and there wasn't, but it was because of a mental error. It wasn't just like that's his technique.
His eyes were wrong.
His eyes were in the wrong place. Everybody else was doing the right thing. Great job by the running back. Incredible job by the center coming back and helping clean up. It was the right guard. He was looking in the wrong place. Then his footwork turned to trash, and he messed up. Those are the things that you're talking about.
And
right now, it's tough to. Is it physically? Is it mentally? Is it both?
Yep.
Like, those are the things on the offensive line that you got to go. You got to watch the end zone copy of it. If you're watching one-on-ones and you're giving a practice report based off that, you're doing it wrong. I'm just telling you.
Yep.
From experience, because one-on-ones for receivers versus DBs, that's a receiver drill. For D-line versus O-line, it's a D-line drill. For backers versus running backs, that's a linebacker drill. Now, like routes on air, backs on backers, that's a running back drill. Like it's pretty easy for me to win one-on-one with the backer, routes on, one-on-one routes.
Yep.
But for pass protection, because it's not game-like, he's going to have a little bit of advantage. I would say 65-35.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, if you're basing it off, like, the one-on-one drills that they do in camp, I'm not saying they're not important.
They're very important. They're extremely important.
But you can't base how the group is playing together based off that.
Yep.
Like, the offensive line, I do think it needs to trend in a different direction. Now, the surprise has been, like, it's the tackles on the days that I've gone that have played really well.
Yep.
It's the interior guys where you actually have some guys that have played that are struggling a little bit right now. Center position's doing pretty good. But don't base your kind of viewpoint on the offensive line based off one-on-ones.
Well, it's a lot of new guys rotating in, and a lot of the issues you see, especially early in camp, are normal with new positions and new personnel of the offensive line, because most of it, like we just laid out, is mental. It's their eyes were wrong. They misread. They made a bad mic call. They made a bad kick step because they were looking at the wrong thing. They had the wrong cues or the wrong keys that they were looking at the defense on. And in the center and the guard positions is a little bit more, because there's a lot more passing off interior than there is for the tackles. We always like a coach always laid out, like, the center has the football. The closer you are to the ball, the more mental the game is. Like the more higher football IQ you have to have. And that's anything. The farther away you are from the ball, the less football IQ you really have to have. Because so the guard and center and the quarterback are the closest to the ball. Those are the guys that have to have the highest football IQ. They have to do the most mentally, the most, and tackles a little bit less, because it's a lot more one-on-one. Now, of course, everybody has to have a high football IQ, but it's just a little bit more the closer you get to the ball.
Yep.
So, it makes sense to me that, like, if we get in a team drill or 2-minute drill, that there's going to be sacks, and it's like, oh my God, this guy just got beat. Well, why did he get beat?
Yeah.
Why did he make a wrong step because he was looking strong side and he should have been looking weak side? Was it a bad mic call? Like, a lot of those things work out, and you flush those things out, and the line gets better and better mentally, and the more comfortable they are within the system, working together, making those reads, cutting out mental mistakes, mental errors, slow decisions, and they just start pulling the trigger and working together. I would see this offensive line getting better and better and better.
Real quick, because I know we got our guy, the General, Bobby Carpenter, joining us. Someone was asking, why is one-on-ones a defensive drill? Because it's not realistic. So if I'm a left guard and I've got a 3 technique, so I've got a defensive tackle outside shade of me, all right, and we're doing one-on-ones, okay, he's got so much more room to work with than he actually would in a game. And we always talk about this, like, at guard, I've got 2 body guards. I've got a tackle and I've got a center next to me, and it is a phone booth. But when you're doing one-on-ones, I mean, look, he can go all the way up the field around you, where in a game he's running into a tackle. There's just a lot more space. And so the offensive line, like, working together in unison, that's why it's so important. Because, like, it's just the same thing we talk about in punt protection all the time. Like, use your guard, use your tackle, use your guys next to you, right, for that spacing. Close the space, make it a tight space. And so, like, a center in one-on-ones, like, he's never going to have
on an
4
island,
feet
right?
on each side on an island. It's just not going to happen.
He will sometimes, but, like,
very
few.
rarely. If a defense does something where they're trying to attack a center, and you might have 2 guys that, go to the outside right now, and you send, like, a backer straight down the middle to try to have a better athlete on the center. Like, that happens, but very rarely. Same thing, when it comes to, pass protection, backs on backers. Same thing for me. Like, if I'm running routes against backers, I've got so much room. There's no offensive line there. I can kind of insert wherever and go run a route. That linebacker, if he covers you, you're just a bad football player as a running back. Like, because there's more room than there ever would be before. So it's a great tool. It's a great asset.
Yeah.
Because it puts you in the most difficult situations, but it's not something you can base how a unit is going to play together off of.
And then, like, in pass rush, offensive line, let's just say tackles versus defense. When is the offensive lineman at a disadvantage in a game when it's an obvious passing down situation. When the defensive end knows it's a pass and all he's got to do is pin his ears back, make a move, swim him, pull him, whatever he wants to do. Well, in one-on-ones, it's like every time it's like I'm rushing a quarterback like it's pass. So it's just it puts him in a very stressful situation. But it's great for the offensive lineman to learn and get their physical skill like that. But you can't judge how a guy's playing in camp based on that.
All right, let's take a break. When we come back, the General Bobby Carpenter joins us. Sadly, not from the Ohio State training facility. He's driving, which probably means he's got to give a speech because my man gives like 3 speeches per week. But he's going to give us a speech when we come back here on OTB.
Off the bench.
All right, go to allstartoyotaofbatonrouge.com. Buying new, leasing, renting. We always say it because it is true. Everything is always available. Per day rental prices. Check them out on their website. Also remember incredible prices. So when you go out the big box rental store and it's like, man, that costs that for a sedan. It's not going to be the case over at All Star. Like they have the best prices out there. So if you are going on a trip this fall, if you're going to go watch a Tigers play, or if you're tailgating to Branson with Tay-Tay, you can go rent a Toyota from allstartoyotaofbatonrouge.com.
Yeah, speaking of Tay-Tay, if you need a place to pull or haul all your lawnmowers, you can get that there. It doesn't matter. Whatever you need, if you want to go fast, if you want to haul lawnmowers, if you need to carry 10 kids, whatever it is, whatever kind of car, give them a call. They can help you. Toyota's incredible cars and machines. Go visit them. allstartoyotaofbatonrouge.com.
At Atmos Energy, our smart choice solutions help customers save energy and emissions with rebates up to $500 off high-efficiency natural gas appliances, smart thermostats, and weatherization upgrades. Together, we're fueling our energy future.
Hi, this is Beth Serena. Welcome to my pool. The first time I saw this beautiful pool, it exceeded every expectation that I had. They were able to get everything we wanted in this pool. It is a beautiful pool. We live out here, we eat out here, we watch TV out here. This is like our living room outside. We love this pool and everything about it. When we decided to build our pool, we called a great friend who is one of the best pool builders in the country in North Louisiana, and we said, who would you choose to build a pool in Baton Rouge? And without a hesitation, he told us Russell Pools. He said their history, tradition of great builds, great pools was unmatched. So of course, who did we call? Russell Pools. The advice I would give to anyone looking to build a pool is first call Russell Pools. They'll do an incredible job. It'll be incredibly organized. It'll be time efficient, and you will have your pool in no time.
Parish Construction and Roofing.
This is Coach Kim Mulkey. Go to parishbuilt.com for all of your roofing needs.
From your hometown, parishbuilt.com.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected. Supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team. And backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
It's not just a game, it's a religion. You've got your team colors, team swag, and now your very own website. LouisianaSports.net. Everything LSU, Saints, and Pelicans. Sports on demand. In-depth coverage by sports writing pros with continuously updated news. And with the LouisianaSports.net newsletter, you get pinged directly with top trending stories. Best of all, now and always, no paywall. It's free. LouisianaSports.net. Powered by 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge. Your home for Louisiana sports.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Looks like the lucky just got luckier.
players to legends, Hester and Flynn break down LSU football like only champions can.
All right, welcome back in OTB 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge. It is now time to hear from our guy, the General, Bobby Carpenter. Big Ten Bob, who I'm sure is on the road to go give a speech to some touchdown club because Bobby is just the gift that keeps on giving. Bob, how we doing?
I'm doing great, Hess. Thanks for having me on, sir. I'm not on the road to Touchdown Club. I actually got to visit my accountant. We're trying to get our extension wrapped up, talk about some stuff in 2025. It's a far shit. Holding some K1s in your hand, Hester, is far different than holding a dumbbell.
Yes, a lot have said that, Bobby. And
sometimes they can be just
Bobby,
as heavy, though.
You're like Flynn and I, too. Like, you're someone who's got like 27 different sources of income as well. You've got your own business as well. Shout out to the HVAC company up there in Columbus, Ohio. So I'm sure like that is not fun for you. Probably pretty stressful.
Yeah, that's the stuff that nobody loves to deal with. I mean, I'm a finance guy, but like that's why I'd rather outsource that, pay somebody to do the boring number stuff I don't want to do. But yeah, it's not near as much fun as talking ball and listening to a little Rick James to you guys.
It is Funky Friday.
Funky Friday.
That's Flynn. Flynn wanted a Funky Friday here, so only funk music.
I love it, man. That's perfect. The Super Freak is the best. R.I.P. to Rick James. Lost him 21 years ago, and that's far too long ago, man. It's been rough.
Oh, all right, Bob. I mean, we're getting closer. We are single digits away from Farmageddon there in Ireland. And, like, I want to get to week one with you, obviously, but I kind of feel like the appetizer is getting slept on. This is an appetizer game in week 0, Farmageddon. That is one of the reasons you go to the restaurant. I think Farmageddon is like an Outback. We got the bloomin' onion. We got the cheese fries. Like, we have reasons to go that's not just the main course.
Yeah, it's going to be a great appetizer, and it's a couple of ranked teams there. I think everybody's pretty excited about it. The intrigue of the Big 12, what that can be. And let's be honest, I heard a friend of mine who used to go on with James and Bo all the time. Bo Bishop described it like this, which I thought was very appropriate. He goes, is it, like you said, it's not the main course, but it's a really good appetizer. And he goes, if you hadn't eaten all day, you get the happy hour, you're going to just devour that blooming onion because you're starving to death. It's like, we're starving for college football. So you know what? Like, on week 1 with Kansas State and Iowa State be like the first thing you're going to order? Probably not. But given you look at the slate and it's been 8 months since we played a college football game, everybody's all in on it, ready to go.
Bobby, is there a restaurant that has like your all-time favorite cheese fries ever? Like, because Outback has one of the most elite cheese fries that I've ever had. You got a local spot, a chain that you just good, fun cheese fry memory.
So I'm not a huge cheese fry guy.
You don't have a body like
That's
Bobby
true. It's too many
Carpenter
carbs.
and throw down
My bad.
cheese fries.
Yeah, I'm not the biggest cheese fry guy. I like onion, blooming onion rings, stuff like that. Love some good chicken wings. If you can have any type of bacon you can incorporate into an appetizer, I'm always there for that as well. So like those are kind of the staples that I'll stick to. And whatever that little Mexican spot we went to in Baton Rouge last year,
Superior.
I got great food there. Yeah, that was fantastic.
Hey, Bobby, we sent Bobby to Superior and Supper Club here in Baton Rouge whenever he covered the UCLA game. And Bobby, I believe you asked the waiter when he was pouring your water if that came straight from the Mississippi.
Of course, man. I always love to interact and just see where you filter it out. Maybe they didn't. Maybe they just bucket it up, man. I'm good either way.
You want to taste the local flair.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit Mississippi River water. There's nothing wrong with that.
Well, here's the thing. I get in the Ohio River, which that water eventually ends up down there by Baton Rouge. I mean, we're talking Mississippi River water coming right through there. So, all it's been has been filtered for a couple hundred more miles.
It's incredibly fair. Bobby and I once did a show. He was at his lake house, and I think we came up with a map that he could get in a boat and find his way basically to my house. Because you're on the Ohio River, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you could get from I say lake house, it's on a river. from there to me by getting in a boat, right?
Yeah, I mean, we wouldn't even need anything else, man. Get a little P-row boat, cruise on out there. It may take a couple days and a decent chunk of gas, but, I mean, if all you've got is time, Hester, that's all you need.
Look, I just looked it up. Like, ChatGPT is amazing. I think I'm starting to get famous for only using ChatGPT when I'm on radio, but it just told me that it takes approximately 3 months for water to travel from Columbus, Ohio to Baton Rouge, Louisiana by way of Ohio River to Mississippi River. 3 months. So you don't even need to buy gas.
Yeah, and I do 3 months a long time. I mean, I might, I would rather go a little faster with the current. And by the way, Flynn, I'm going to start down at the tip of the Ohio River, so we'll knock like a week or two off that to begin with anyway.
Smart.
Bobby, you and I were talking about this the other day over on Meathead Radio, but Ohio State is going to host the number 1 team in the country, the first game of the year, but they're going to be a favorite. It is the first time that a preseason number 1 team in the AP poll will start the season as an underdog. So shouldn't we have just put the Buckeyes number 1, the old Ric Flair, to be the man? You got to beat the man and just let it play out that way?
What's interesting is that's what my son said. I have a 6th grade son. He goes, Ohio State's favored. Why aren't they number 1? I go, well, there's voters, the coaches or the SIDs, and then there's the AP, which are the writers, and they put together their list of what they think it is. I go, and then you've got the people of, T-Bob, your former co-host, the gamblers, and what they think it's going to be. And the reality is, you start looking at the top 5, 16, even top 10. I mean, there's a lot of uncertainty with all those squads. There's only 3 of them that are returning quarterbacks. And Texas and Ohio State are not one of those teams. They lost a lot of guys. I think each one of them had double-digit players drafted. So they're going to be far different teams than what we saw last year in the semifinal of the Cotton Bowl. And so because of that, I think you look at Ohio State's a 2.5-point favorite. I mean, guys, basically that's the home field advantage. So, I mean, it's more or less a pick-em of what you're getting. I mean, if you want to put Ohio State 1, that's fine. Texas 1, that's fine. Like, in the new 12-team era, all I got to be is in the top 12. So, that's all that matters to me. But the reality is, a lot of those teams, Penn State, they talk about Clemson, Notre Dame, LSU's up there, Alabama. We don't know about a lot of those teams.
Yeah, that we were talking about this the other day when the AP poll came out, and we're looking at it. We're like, okay, Texas is 1, Ohio State's 3. That means they must think Texas is going that first game. But the other one that stuck out to us is Penn State being number 2. So ranked above Ohio State, we're like, what does Ohio State have to do to have a preseason ranking number 1? And then what do you think of just the AP and the coach? Every year, Penn State is highly ranked. And we kind of made this comparison that Penn State's like the college version of the Pittsburgh Steelers. So every year, the love for Penn State, but they just have never been able to get it done. How do y'all feel, being an Ohio State guy living in Columbus, about every single year, that kind of being the messaging?
What's interesting about Penn State is, with James Franklin, he can get a lot of grief, but they've never really been bad. And especially the last 5 years, what you're getting with James Franklin is win every game you're supposed to, probably lose each game to a ranked team. And, from that, then you get to you used to get to a bowl, now you're getting to the playoffs. I go, he's going to give you 10-2. I don't think this Penn State team is going to be any worse than 10-2. They play Ohio State and Oregon. The question is, can you split those? Can you go 11-1? Should you win them both? It should be 12-0. They've got a returning quarterback. They got Singleton. They got an Allen back. Yeah, granted, they lost Abdul Carter. Granted, they lost Ty Warren. They brought in 3 receivers from the portal. And so they're in a pretty good spot there. That was their one kind of issue they've had over the last handful of years is play calling too conservative down the field on the outside. We'll see what Andy Kolecki does and what drew out. Is it the play calling? Is it the quarterback? It used to be, you could say the receivers before, but they appear to have that problem remedied. So now you start to ask yourself, is it the calling, or are they conservative because the quarterback can't throw it? Or does he just look out there, doesn't feel good, and then drops the check down? So that's what they're going to have to figure out. But they have as many returning starters as you're going to find. They were a good team last year. They were ill-advised interception away from potentially having a chance to play in the national championship. So they've got a lot coming back. with Drew Aller being a part of it. And I think having a returning starting quarterback as Clemson, Penn State, and Miami, or Clemson, Penn State, and LSU are the only teams in the top 10 that have it, like, that matters. That means something.
Bobby, give me a team out of the Big Ten that's not Ohio State, that's not Penn State, that's not Oregon, that has an opportunity, because we always talk about 4 teams in the Big Ten, making that run. We're not very high on Michigan here on this show. We're doing our own top 25, and I don't think Michigan is going to be included in the top 25. So who do you have as that 4 team maybe inserting themselves into the conversation of making a playoff?
Well, I think they went 10-3 last year, and you start talking about there's a lot of buzz around them. But Illinois, though, with what they've been able to do, they've got Luke Altmaier coming back, quarterback. Elam has proven he can build teams. They're a tough team. They've lost some, but their schedule's pretty advantageous. They play Ohio State. I think they've got Indiana late. We'll see how good Indiana is. They can repeat that success. But trying to figure it out. I think they've got a chance to win 10. If they win 10, they have a good chance to get in the playoff. The team that's really interesting to me is the team that's unranked, and that's USC, because everything would tell you guys, and you're around my age, that USC always has the requisite talent. Like, how are they not better? And I guess that's the question. Like under Lincoln Riley, like since Caleb Williams' Heisman Trophy season, like how have they not been better? And that's something that maybe it happens this year, maybe it doesn't. But at some point in time, you feel like that should click, or else he's going to be awesome.
Did we lose Bobby?
You got me?
Oh, there we go. We lost you there for a second. I thought maybe the tax man got you.
No, I'm so good. I feel like USC should be able to be there. They should be there, but I don't know if it would be my 14 if you're taking me to it.
All right, there he is, our guy, the General, Bobby Carpenter, good enough to join us. Bobby, enjoy your Friday tax day. We'll catch up again with you very soon, sir, and look forward to Wednesday's little Meathead Radio coming back on Channel 84 over on Sirius XM.
It'll be a good one, man. Enjoy it. I'll see you next Wednesday, Hess. And then Flynn, AJ said hi, man. He was on with me this morning, and I told him I was coming on with you guys.
Oh, there we go.
Give him a heads up.
Sounds good. Get those extensions in, Bobby.
Absolutely. I love it, man.
When you tell Bob to get extensions in, like I know we're talking taxes because that's what he's doing, but probably he was thinking bicep extensions as well.
Sure.
Or like tricep, tricep.
Got to extend all the way.
Getting those in. All right, we'll take a break. More OTB when we come back on the other side.
Off the bench.
All right, go to GoTommies.com, Geaux, Tommies with a Y.com. Tommy's windows, doors, and siding. We will clearly see the difference. And you can see the difference right there on the homepage of the website. Check out a gallery of work. Check out testimonials of past clients. But always remember, if you've got a custom job in your mind, they can come out. They can do that as well. You see, if you're watching this on YouTube, Tay is going over the Angie Super Service Award. Back to back. Just keep on winning awards. Best windows in the Advocate this year, 2025 in Baton Rouge. Tommy's is the go-to team. GoTommies.com.
We talked about jersey numbers earlier. If there was a window company in Baton Rouge that would get number 18, it would be Tommy's. Tommy's windows, doors, and siding. Their lifetime warranty on their windows, so they will guarantee them if they install them for life. They work with integrity. They are dependable. Go see them. Give them a call or visit GoTommies.com.
At Atmos Energy, our smart choice solutions help customers save energy and emissions with rebates up to $500 off high-efficiency natural gas appliances, smart thermostats, and weatherization upgrades. Together, we're fueling our energy future.
At Sunshine, we know what you see when you look at your land. Where others may see dirt, you see the foundation you've built your life on. It's hallowed ground. It's past, present, and future. We're proud to provide quality John Deere equipment to help you maintain the land you love. Check out our current promotions and learn more about what it means to be powered by sunshine at sunequip.com.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
When you can't rely on technology, you can rely on Mountain Cold Refreshment.
Dave's back on.
Coors Light. Choose chill.
Man, age is just a number. Don't let it dictate how you feel. Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness has anti-aging services that can help you look and feel your best. Visit yourgoodwood.com and discover a renewed sense of vitality.
We typically think of stress as being bad for us. At Our Lady of the Lake and LSU, we are researching how certain types of stress, such as exercise, can be good for our immune health. By studying people under extreme stress, such as athletes, astronauts, service members, and first responders, we're learning how to improve the immune health of everyone. That's the power of research. That's the impact of champions. Together, we roar.
Parish Construction and Roofing.
This is Coach Kim Mulkey. Go to parishbuilt.com for all of
From players to legends, Hester and Flynn break down LSU football like only champions can.
Look at her. She's a bad mama jama. Just as fine as she can be. Hey, she's a bad mama jama. Just as fine as she can be. Her body measurements are perfect in every dimension. She's got a
I did not have you as somebody that was 70s funk.
A beautiful
like,
sight to see.
I don't think I've ever knew this part of Matt Flynn.
I can see it because he's mentioned that he likes Motown before, so I can.
Now I love
see
Motown.
It. Yeah.
I
could also see Flynn as a wedding
more
dancer.
soul to me than like.
Yeah.
Who does not like this song?
Flynn screams wedding dancer to me, and this is a wedding song. So.
You show me a person that doesn't like the song, I'll show you a liar.
See, the way like y'all set it up, I was thinking some different 70s songs. Like, it's been good today.
What were you thinking?
I don't want to throw any names out there. I was thinking different 70s. I was thinking more like disco. Like, this isn't disco
yeah,
to me.
no. I feel like the lines kind of blur.
Yeah.
Between like boogie, funk.
What a song. This got Friday vibes. I don't know what does.
It does.
When I think of funk, though, I do think of this. Like, this is.
Yeah, for sure.
This is a good one.
This, Earth, Wind, and Fire. I don't think of like the Bee Gees.
That's what I was.
I did do one Bee Gees song.
Like that's more what I was thinking.
They got a couple.
Yeah.
I'm not a deep track Bee Gee guy.
I do like the Bee Gees though.
Yeah. No shade.
More than a woman.
It's not that I don't like it, but I just didn't want disco all day long.
Yeah.
Sports.
Hell yeah.
We did talk a lot of sports.
Hey, we've been very sporty. We've been real sport heavy the last couple of days.
Even with Bobby.
Even on a Friday. That's not like us. We've changed.
Hour 3 next.
Oh, that's true.
We've changed.
I did reach out. So Ross Jackson's going to come on with us. I forgot to confirm the time, so I'm going to confirm that. Hopefully, let's see. Yep. Ross is going to come on when we come back. Oof.
I got Nick yesterday on Twitter throwing a lot of mixed messages out there.
No, I don't really know what to believe.
He said one message or one tweet said Rattler starting. That was it. That was the tweet.
Well, he's starting for that day, but I think Nick knew what he was doing.
That's actually a really good tweet.
Yeah,
that's a good tweet.
It's really good.
Well, he backtracked. He didn't stand his ground because I responded to him and I said, "Please explain." He said, "Oh, my bad. I should have said practice. Starting at practice."
Yeah, no, Nick knew what he was doing.
Yeah,
and he got you.
Clickbait.
Yeah.
You be falling
Saints
for
practicing with the Rams out there. So our guy Ross Jackson, LouisianaSports.net, going to get a little boots on the ground reporting. Excited about that.
Lots of sports. Hour number 3 on this Friday. Get ready. And get your fill of sports talk in. I got some Jordan Love news, too.
All right.
That feels random.
Hour 3.
Next hour. It's a tease.
Off the bench.
Go to yourgoodwood.com. Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. Bottom right corner of the website. Book your consultation today. There should be no reason to live life with fear or embarrassment. All right, because if you've got an issue right now, Goodwood's going to be able to help you out. So when you go to the website, find a full list of services. You can see the pricing options they have for you. But again, they are there for you. When you have that problem, they've got the answer. Go to the website today, yourgoodwood.com.
Yeah, check them out, man. We got these bodies. Things go wrong, especially as we age. Not everything just works the same way. So go see them. See their list of services. For as low as $125 a month, you can get set up on whether it's testosterone, so hormone replacement, sexual wellness, whatever it is. Man, go see them today. Embarrassment free. Yourgoodwood.com.
Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram is taking $22,500 off MSRP on the brand new 2025 Ram 1500 Laramie with $22,500 off MSRP with a complimentary 7-year powertrain warranty that comes with all new Bayou Automotive vehicles. If you need sales or service, the crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one. You. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
ED, low T, or simply seeking to optimize your health and performance? Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness offers a range of discreet services to address your specific needs. We empower men to reclaim their health and confidence. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
At Sunshine, we know what you see when you look at your land. Where others may see dirt, you see the foundation you've built your life on. It's hallowed ground. It's past, present, and future. We're proud to provide quality John Deere equipment to help you maintain the land you love. Check out our current promotions and learn more about what it means to be powered by sunshine at sunequip.com.
Today, we are shaping tomorrow.
We are researching how extreme stress impacts the immune system, from trauma victims to athletes and even astronauts.
Our work is leading the way in sepsis treatment, saving countless lives.
We're unlocking the mind with music in exciting new ways.
Our Lady of the Lake Health and LSU are improving the health of our state.
That's the impact of champions.
Imagine the impact we'll have on the future. Together, we roar.
These ice cubes could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they cradle and cool the crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Nicely done, ice cubes.
We came up with the idea of auctions in August. Gulf Coast Bank does all the work. We display the item, we prominently feature it in social media, on our website, but we do it because it's the right thing to do for the community.
Good morning. It's 9 a.m. here on Friday, August 15th. Today in Baton Rouge, you can expect mostly sunny skies with a high of 93 in hour 3 of today's show. Ross Jackson of Locked On Saints and LouisianaSports.net hops on to give us an update on the New Orleans Saints. If you missed hours 1 or 2 of the show, you can catch it in the on-demand section at 1045ESPN.com. You can also follow us on Twitter or Instagram at OTB_ESPN. And watch us on YouTube at the 1045 ESPN channel. Hour number 3 of Off the Bench, live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studios, starts now.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Hands to Hester, and Hester, yep, got it, 5 out of 5.
From carrying each other to a natty to carrying each other on the air.
Flynn is back to throw from the end zone.
Live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studio, it's Off the Bench.
All right, welcome back in. Hour number 3, OTB 1045 ESPN Baton Rouge. Let's go out to the West Coast. Our guy, Ross Jackson, LouisianaSports.net. You know him, you love him, covering the Saints out there. Ross, what's going on, brother? How we doing?
Hey, man, I'm doing great. Glad to be here. Thanks for having me this morning.
All right, so what's maybe been your biggest takeaway? Obviously, the Saints, they leave Metairie. They go out west. They have a preseason game against the Chargers, going to practice against the Rams. What's kind of been the biggest takeaway maybe in the road trip?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing that I would highlight, sticking with the biggest story, which is that quarterback battle, is that the quarterback battle got a lot more tight out here, got a lot more competitive out here. That felt very much, that quarterback battle, like that was, kind of Spencer Rattlers from the very beginning out in Metairie, out in New Orleans, kind of getting, accustomed to, or being the guy that's already kind of accustomed to the NFL game and the NFL speed and all those other things. That kind of worked to his advantage early on during training camp. But then the Saints got out here to California and they did a lot more of these kind of call-it practice periods. So they went away from kind of the scripted, we're working this situation and this down and distance with this play, with this goal in mind. And it just got into some live play calling, almost like simulations, scrimmages in some cases as well. And that really kind of elevated Tyler Shuck's game a bit, I think. And we've seen him really build momentum here over the course of these West Coast training camps. So now the Saints will go back to do this preseason game on Sunday against the Jacksonville Jaguars and still have a very, very tight quarterback battle. And so I think that would be my biggest takeaway, is just went from Spencer Rattler kind of leading the way to at least it still being now tight enough for this battle to continue going into that second preseason game.
Yeah, Ross, and I agree with you. It almost felt like they were going to make a call, the last couple of days, maybe even after the first preseason game. And then Shuck comes in, has some nice moments, certainly nice 2-minute drive. And now it seems like they're, still in full-on position battle mode. So, when do you think, because, like you said, second preseason game, we know there's only 3 games now. When do you think a call is actually going to be made?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing that you're going to see with this is that you might see 2 different calls, right? You might see one that happens privately, and then you have the announcement that happens after the case. And so a public announcement will probably be different than the actual decision itself. But I think the Saints are in a position now to where they could be just one really strong performance away from either announcing or making up their mind or kind of having that decision made for them. I think that if you look at where the Saints can be following that Jacksonville Jaguars game on Sunday, that could be the big, kind of situation there that effectively tells them, hey, this is going to be the guy that we're going to go with. The Saints have seen this before. They had a preseason game against the Jacksonville Jaguars years ago when they were trying to make their decision between Jameis Winston and Taysom Hill, if you remember that a couple of years ago. And it was a big performance by Jameis Winston that ended up sealing that conversation. And so if either one of these guys comes in and has a considerably more impressive performance or a considerably more consistent and impactful performance up against Jacksonville, that could be the proverbial nail in the coffin, as it were. But I think you would have to do something that's going to convince this team to hand it over at that point. Otherwise, I could see this going into game week. I could see this going into, at least this week. The tricky part is, and you guys know this well, that after this second preseason game, with the preseason now being condensed, this is kind of, after this game, you start to really move into some week one preparation. You kind of know what your roster is going to be after this game, with some exceptions. Those guys that are still battling for spots and vying for opportunities, they're going to play in that third preseason game, but you're probably not going to play a ton of guys that you're sure about in that third preseason game. And so you can start to transition your, first team focus and your early team focus over to game planning, and having a quarterback ready for that could be really valuable. So I would say that if one of those guys comes out and has some kind of emphatic enough performance and there's a separation in the game against Jacksonville, that the Saints could feel pretty comfortable at least starting to change their focus before making the announcement about who that starting quarterback might be.
Do y'all have any indication or heard from any of the coaches on how they're going to do the rotation for the Jacksonville game? Because there's a big difference between playing in the first half of a preseason game versus the second half. It's hard. You can't judge those apples to apples. So do y'all have any indication how that's going to be? I mean, it would be better to have a true series by series if you're trying to really compare apples to apples as closely as possible. But you've seen it. Deep balls present themselves in practice. A guy makes a good move. It might not present himself for the other guy. And so that day, that guy that hit the deep ball because a guy got open looks better than the other guy because the guy didn't have a guy streak open.
Right.
So things are skewed. That's why it's so hard to make a final call with two unknowns and to make such a big decision on the most important, because you have to figure out the best way to compare apples to apples as close as possible. And every day in practice or every game situation is not created equal. So what's the indication right now on how they're going to do it?
Yeah, they haven't made any kind of indication to us just yet. I think that the typical rhythm would be to let Tyler Shuck get sort of that first crack at the first team. You had Spencer Rattler do that in the first game. You could give Tyler Shuck that opportunity here in the second game. But in terms of how that rotation actually looks, right, is that one quarter, is that, like you said, drive by drive, which I think would be wise. Is it, 5 drives here, 5 drives there, like we kind of saw during that preseason game, during the first preseason game? We haven't really got an indication of that just yet. And to your point, I completely agree with sort of the preseason evaluation, if you will, because the other thing is you're going out there and you're a starter in the preseason and you're taking quote unquote first team reps, but you're taking quote unquote first team reps with maybe your first team offensive line, but not with your first team skill players, for instance. Sure. And so do you really have your starting lineup, right? And so I think that's one of the reasons why yesterday's joint practice was so important for the Saints and in evaluating that quarterback competition, because that was really the only time that we've seen over and over and over again Tyler Shuck and Spencer Rattler both kind of go drive for drive with the actual first team players that they, are going to line up next to in week 1 in 2025. Right. And so I think that's one of the reasons why maybe New Orleans really wanted that kind of late scheduled joint practice and tried to pull that off and did pull that off as they did, because it kind of gives them that additional evaluation.
Yeah, Ross, one of the things that was surprising in the opening preseason game was the struggles of the interior offensive line. Certainly Cesar Ruiz, a player that is going to, obviously be counted on. How have the practices gone against the Rams? Because the Rams have one of the better young defensive fronts in all of that, the National Football League.
Yeah, not great. The Rams, not great. The Rams' defensive line kind of took them to task. I'm not going to lie to you. I mean, it was. And look, there's a couple of things, there's a couple of pieces of kind of context around that. You don't game plan for joint practices, right? You don't watch tape for joint practices. You don't do those kinds of things, especially in a situation like this where they were kind of thrown together in a rush. And they were kind of, impressively thrown together in a rush, by the way. Like, just the logistics of getting that together in less than a week is pretty astronomical. And so, but, as a team, you're not watching game tape to get ready for, and you're not game planning for these joint practices. You're running scripted plays. You're doing all these things. And so I give a little bit of that context just to say that, like, a lot of the stuff that the Saints struggled with were stunts, twist, things like that you would identify on tape and learn how to counter and have a plan for, that you just kind of walk into a joint practice with no plan for. So you just kind of have to respond to what it is that you see. Like, you have a general idea of what these guys like to do, like, Chris Shula is evolving that defense going into another year as a defensive coordinator there after Raheem Morris left and everything. And so there are things that they're going to be doing differently. And so, would I say that there was something you should look at from an optimistic standpoint when it comes to that offensive line going up against the Rams' really talented defensive line? No, not necessarily. But if there's a silver line coming out of it, it was like, hey, that's what it looks like without game planning. Week 9, when they go up against the Rams, they'll have a chance to game plan a little bit, go over some game film, and then see how they can improve there. And so I would look for the offensive line to perform better week 1 than we saw them perform in the joint practices. But yeah, no, they got taken to task quite a bit during those joint practices.
Tell us like the one position group or unit that during this joint practice where you sat there and watched and consistently you could say, all right, not bad. That looks pretty good. Like pretty excited about that. What was that moment?
Yeah, I mean, that's the edge rushers for me, the Saints edge rushers. Chase Young had a phenomenal day. The dude had like multiple pressures, 2 sacks that I would have felt pretty comfortable calling sacks. I mean, it's Jimmy Garoppolo. You're not really escaping much, right, in those situations. And so, you're getting back there, you're getting into the – yeah, well, I mean, that just means he's not the most mobile guy, you know what I mean? And so, you're getting back there, he's getting these pressures and everything like that. He's getting a couple of sacks, I would say, during the day too. But then he also had like 3 pass breakups because 2 of them he just got into the backfield and was able to knock down these sort of swing or outlet passes out to the flat to the running back. And he was actually in coverage against, I believe it was, might have been Tyler Higbee. It was one of the tight ends where he literally broke up a pass in coverage and everything. Because these edge rushers, like this 3-4 scheme, you're going to have to drop every now and then. Yeah. And so, he did that and ended up getting a play. So I thought he had just a fantastic day. One of the better days that I've seen from Chase Young. And look, you're hoping that this team, if you're this team, you're hoping that they're going to be able to unlock this guy's potential in a way that other teams haven't been able to before. And Brandon Staley just seems like maybe the right guy to get that done. So we'll see what that looks like in the regular season. I thought that Carl Granderson had a strong day from that position group. Fidel Diggs had a potential sack. We saw Chris Rumpf with a potential sack as well. And so it just feels like that edge rusher position has gone from, 3 marquee name guys in Chase Young, Carl Granderson, and Cam Jordan to maybe having up to 6, 5 or 6 players that can be contributors, and I think that's a good place to be at that position group.
Ross, one of the things we talked about last week, it was so difficult to evaluate the running backs because of how poor I thought the offensive line played. And even a play, that was a 2-yard run, it's like, man, I can see some burst from the running backs and Kendre Miller. It's like, I get it. I get why he's getting 3rd and 4th chances because you see that burst that he has, but it's so tough to evaluate them because it's like, where do you tell them to go? Like I was watching the end zone copy of the game and me and Matt kind of had the same thought process. It's like, I don't know where to tell him to go on this run. That's why it's a 2-yard run because they just never were able to really get going. Like that was a surprise to me just because this offensive line that you've had, so many big investments in, like if it's pass protection, okay, maybe not as shocking, but in the run game, like it was very tough to evaluate these running backs. And I think that's one of the more intriguing position battles I think in camp.
Yeah, I completely agree, and I think you're right. Like, so to match an analytic with your tape, the Saints offensive line allowed just 0.55, so half a yard before contact on each of those rushing attempts in Sunday's game. And so the reason why that metric is important is because that's effectively, for those that aren't familiar with it, an offensive line metric that shows how much room are you giving your running back before he's touched by a defender. And so you typically want to be around 1.5 to 2.5 yards. Somewhere in that range is a range from successful to very successful. And you kind of want to be in that range when it comes to that. And the Saints were about 1/3 to 1/5 of that in terms of their per carry production during this game. Now, I think that is a big piece of context that matches what you guys are talking about in terms of like, I don't know where to tell Kendre Miller to go with this football. And he had 20 yards after contact. However, he only had 14 rushing yards, which shows you how often he was being contacted behind the line of scrimmage, right? And so I think that those are the little things that you really need to see and want to see accelerate in terms of the conversation. And to be clear, too, we're talking about the Kendre Miller rushes, which happened a lot behind starting offensive line guys. These aren't, runs behind the 3rd team offensive line or anything like that. Like this was behind the starting offensive line, or sans Eric McCoy, of course, who didn't play in the game. But starting offensive line and then, just minus 2 or 3 guys, at certain times. And so, you want to see when you get that full complement of starting offensive linemen on the field, even though Trevor Penning's probably not going to be one of those guys early on. It might be Dylan Radins at left guard. We'll see where things go with his injury. But that's a place where you need to see this team improve and where they struggled in each of the last few years. And look, Kellen Moore's got a great run scheme, but part of having a great run scheme is being able to execute on the offensive line to create what you need to create for those running backs, not force the running backs to create on their own. And so that's going to be a really, really important sort of piece of progress to track over the course of the preseason. And I would say early on, like the first month, as offensive line play around the NFL settles in with the regular season.
Ross, before they headed out to California, we had kind of heard the rumblings and people saying that Rashid Shaheed might have been the MVP of camp up to that point. Did that carry over to California and through the joint practice?
Yeah, especially the joint practice. I mean, there weren't a lot of big plays to be had for those young quarterbacks who were under a lot of pressure with those first team reps against the Rams. But one of those big plays was this deep bomb down the left sideline from Spencer Rattler to Rashid Shaheed. And, look, Rashid Shaheed is one of the perennial outstanding deep threats in the NFL, but he has shown so much in terms of what he can do in the short and intermediate areas of the game so far here throughout camp that Kellen Moore has kind of opened up that route tree a little bit for him, let him be a catch and run threat, let him be, kind of that short, 3-level threat, which is only going to make him better deep because he'd be more efficient with their usage of that. I think that is, I think we've seen a lot of growth from Rashid Shaheed. And much like most of the team, the biggest question around Shaheed is he going to be able to stay healthy throughout the 2025 season? And you're asking that question for most teams, most players, right? Especially the valuable ones. And so no big surprise there, but his ability now to kind of be this 3-level threat and be utilized all over the field has really helped him kind of step into that next level. Put on some weight this offseason as well. He's trying to play around 190 pounds this year. So he's trying to play up about, 3, 4, 5 pounds from last season to kind of help keep himself on the field, help keep himself healthy, help, keep him, able to take hits, things like that. And he's been awesome here throughout training camp. That definitely continued here in California.
All right, there he is. I got Ross Jackson, LouisianaSports.net, always putting out incredible articles. Check him out on the website, of course, host of Locked On Saints podcast as well. Ross, enjoy that weather, sir, for a couple more days, and we'll see you back here in the heat and humidity very soon.
Can't wait, man. I can't wait to step into that humidity hug, as I like to call it, walking out of the airport. Can't wait. I'll see you guys soon. Appreciate you having me on.
All right, again, Ross Jackson does a great job for us over on LouisianaSports.net. We got to talk about the offensive line.
Do we? We have to? Boy. I think he said everything we need to know.
And look, the Rams have a fantastic defensive line. I mean, it could be up as maybe the best in its totality in the NFL. Truly it could be. They got a lot of Jimmys and Joes. But I was hoping that Ross would have been like, not as bad as I thought it was going to be.
Usually it's like iron sharpens iron, but this might have been like iron sharpens
butter.
Aluminum, plastic, I don't know.
Just iron through butter.
Hot iron.
Yeah, it didn't even have to be hot.
Cold.
Any iron through the Saints butter.
Yeah, we're in a group chat, and he just texted the group chat yesterday and was like, offense was awful. I said, wait, really?
I'm beginning to think.
We laugh so we don't cry.
I'm beginning to think, as all the things that Tyler Shuck did in the offseason, eating the oysters, like really doing all the things to get into our hearts here in Louisiana, I'm kind of thinking he's not a hot weather guy.
You think that?
Like,
you think he's balling out there on the West Coast?
Practice is hard in the heat for a quarterback because the ball's wet. Like, man, it's just different situation, especially if you've never been in it. Go out there to that good weather, all of a sudden you're spinning it. I don't know, guys. Is he one of us? Can he handle the heat?
Well, so the good news is
he doesn't have to. I get
he doesn't have to a ton. Like, he'll go to Tampa. That's a division game.
I know.
Carolina. Atlanta's a dome. You're a dome.
Yeah, you play 9 or 10, depending on the scheduled games inside of a dome.
But you can eat all the oysters you want. If you can't handle the heat,
get out the kitchen.
That's what they say.
You're getting the dome.
Yeah.
You heard it here first. Tyler Shuck, not a hot weather guy.
All right.
Hates the heat.
On that note, before we take a break, want to tell you about our friends over at Central Plumbing. Get to the website today, centralplumbing.org.
They can handle the heat.
Always. And they can handle it 24/7, 365, weekend, game day, holiday. They can handle the heat. 225-925-8552, centralplumbing.org. Not only in Central, in the entire greater Baton Rouge area, we are talking to you. The Payne family have been doing this since Moby Dick was a minnow. They're going to continue to do it and do it at the highest level here in the greater Baton Rouge area. Again, go to the website today, centralplumbing.org. I'm sitting here thinking about the Saints running backs and what it must have looked like when they got the football. Before we go to break, I'm like,
scary.
Like when you have 20 yards post contact and you had 14 yards in the game, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you.
Looked like a clogged toilet that Central Plumbing could fix.
Nothing's
getting through.
More OTB, 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Off the bench.
All right, if you're going to the first game in Clemson, South Carolina, and you want to do it in style, not only in style, but the style, go to ascend-travel.com. They plan so you can fan. There is great packages right now on the website. When you go right there, scroll down, LSU versus Clemson, August the 30th. Click on more information to pull all of those up. We're talking about getting to Clemson, South Carolina. We're talking about having a hotel there. We're talking about getting to and from the game. We're talking about exclusive tailgate packages as well. They take care of it all. So you just enjoy LSU versus Clemson there. Top 10 matchup, ascend-travel.com.
You want to be styling, profiling, private jet flying? Go to ascend-travel.com. They will book everything for you for that game. And if you want to get there yourself, if you just want to drive, you want to fly yourself, they can do hotel, tickets, tailgate, all the things. Give them a call. Go see them, ascend-travel.com.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
Hi, this is Beth Serena. Welcome to my pool. The first time I saw this beautiful pool, it exceeded every expectation that I had. They were able to get everything we wanted in this pool. It is a beautiful pool. We live out here, we eat out here, we watch TV out here. This is like our living room outside. We love this pool and everything about it. When we decided to build our pool, we called a great friend who is one of the best pool builders in the country in North Louisiana, and we said, who would you choose to build a pool in Baton Rouge? And without a hesitation, he told us Russell Pools. He said their history, tradition of great builds, great pools was unmatched. So of course, who did we call? Russell Pools. The advice I would give to anyone looking to build a pool is first call Russell Pools. They'll do an incredible job. It'll be incredibly organized. It'll be time efficient, and you will have your pool in no time.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one. You. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Baton Rouge's home for real rock. It's Eagle 98.1. Foo Fighters. Led Zeppelin. AC/DC. Pearl Jam. the flagship home for LSU sports. Take us anywhere with the Eagle 98.1 app. Eagle 98.1 is the...
Locked in on LSU football 24/7. You're listening to Off the Bench.
All right, welcome back in OTB 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge. All right, so if you're watching this on YouTube, you see my guy Chris there. My man Chris has put together a custom card for us, and the handle on Instagram, I want to make sure, Chris, I get this right, at 4C_custom cards. That is, you have to speak right into that microphone as well, so you can kind of bring it up there.
Okay,
Look at you, Flynn.
This microphone needs to look too.
It's okay.
Check this out.
Hey, there we go. So we got Chris in studio with us. He does custom cards, and my, oh my, he has put together one of Flynn and Hester, Team OTB.
Can we zoom in?
Yeah, we can zoom in.
Which camera?
Zoom in.
Which camera?
Chris, appreciate you coming in studio. How we doing?
No problem.
Check this bad boy out. Like, look at this. This is legit.
That's one of one there.
One of one. A custom card. So we made this.
Yeah.
All right. So if you don't know Chris's work, you should. Again, at 4C_custom cards on Instagram. He can, take any card and make it into a custom one of one. That's what he's done for us here. Incredible card. It's okay, Tay. We can get a zoom situation. Oh, nope. There we go. You can get the idea right there. So I reached out to Chris, and I've seen Chris at card shows and different shows before. He's the one that did the custom one-on-one of me that we did in the jersey raffle there. So he did another one for us because, we got to have a Flynn Hester card that we can put here on the desk every single day. So we're fired up about it. So, Chris, how long does this take you to do a custom card? Because, again, check out his work on Instagram. He does a lot of your favorite former LSU athletes and Joe Burrow and Paul Skeens, and he puts together these incredible one-of-one cards. But how long does something like this take?
Counting the planning and finding what I need, it takes a while. At the shows, I don't really charge a lot. It was a hobby.
Yeah.
People started getting wind of it and seeing the stuff, and people started wanting it, and I wanted it to stay affordable.
Right.
But I just take real cards, and I cut them and make different cards out of them.
Now, how did you start this process? Was it something like maybe you saw someone else do it, or maybe it's just like, hey, I want to create my own cards. I want it to look a certain way?
I actually ordered I'm a big Cameron Jordan fan.
Okay. We all are.
And I ordered one from a guy on Reddit.
Yeah.
And when it came in, it was horrible.
So it's like a custom card that someone made?
Yeah.
Okay.
He did pretty much the same thing. He took real cards, he put a patch behind it, different background and stuff.
Right.
But it was like hot glued together, and spacers were all messed up, and Cam was crooked on the card. And I said, I'm going to tear it apart. I took pictures of it, and I said, I'm going to see if I can make it myself.
Right.
And when I did, I don't know, it just like unlocked something. I just thought it was awesome, like so fun. And I still have it.
Yeah.
It's still sitting on my desk. It's not as good as the stuff I do now.
Right, yeah.
That's the first one.
First one, and you were having to put together somebody else's, work and try to make it something.
So so I'm looking at it. So if people who collect cards or in the hobby game, they understand what a patch card is. So this is in the form of a patch card. So how does this whole how does the card come together where you have the patch in the background, the base behind it, the print, and everything? You said you cut some cards up and kind of make it your own, but the layers of this, how does this whole thing come together?
Okay, now this particular card was both of y'all's Upper Deck 2008 rookie cards.
Yeah.
the LSU at the top and bottom, those were taken off the back of 2 different cards. The teammates was taken off a 2007 press pass, Jamarcus Russell, Dwayne Bowe card.
Okay, all right.
The border came off a 2001 score, Jamar Chase. The 2 purple stripes next to, for the teammates, that actually came off a 2021 Terrace Marshall rookie card. And then I just
what about the tiger face patch in the background here?
From Thailand.
Well, there we go.
they're just iron-on patches.
They know the Tigers.
Just iron-on patches.
Dude, I didn't even know that. I didn't even know like so many different cards to put together one card. Like you got to kind of reach out, like find some LSU cards and maybe have what you're looking for.
Right.
But you know, I know you get requests all the time, and you're doing these. Like, what is maybe the one that you got that was maybe the hardest to find exactly what you were looking for as you were putting it together?
I'm actually working on it right now. A guy sent me a Saints patch off of a hat.
Yeah.
And he wants it to be a single card, horizontal, that has Deuce, Colston, and Bush on it. And the problem I'm having is finding the same size of each player to match, to go on the card together. And for whatever reason, the Colston is giving me a lot of trouble.
So you just like when somebody gives you something like that, you're like, hey, I'm working on it.
Right.
But I've got to research. I got to wait till this almost kind of falls into my lap a little bit.
Well, luckily,
of the right
this
size.
guy, he's ordered several from me.
Okay. All right.
So he's like, okay, no problem.
Yeah. So what is it kind of your spell? Is it all professional collegiate athletes that kind of have current cards, or could someone reach out to you like they have a senior in high school or something like that that's like, I want to make a card for my son, it's his last year playing football, blah, blah, blah. Have you ever done that?
Yes, sir, I have. I've done, there's a kid that goes to Prairieville High.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He did his first 2 years at Dutchtown, and his dad has gotten me to make each year.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool.
So cool.
I just got the stuff the other day to do his senior.
Yeah, that's very cool.
And I've done a couple other people.
That's really cool.
That's played for LSU, but never, Jake the Viking.
Oh, yeah.
I did some for him and his family.
Right.
But yeah, I just did the Queen of Pink. She was some beauty queen.
All right.
I did one for her. Yeah.
So we can make cards for anybody, is what we're saying.
Yeah, it's just when it comes to some people, like when Harbaugh first won, the Michigan's national champion, a lot of people reached out and wanted one of him, but he didn't have any cards of him in a Michigan uniform as a coach on the sideline.
Right.
And they just said, oh, you just go online and print it. And I don't want to do that because that's like copyright.
Yeah.
So I say, no, it has, once he comes out with a card, then I can do it.
Right.
Got it.
Chris, we appreciate it, man. I'm fired up for that. Again, at 4C_custom cards is the handle on Instagram. Give him a follow. You'll be blown away with the work that he does. And so we'll put this on our socials as well so you can kind of see an up-close version of it. You're the man. We appreciate it, man. We're going to have that on the desk every single day.
Appreciate y'all.
Thank you.
All right, we'll step away. More OTB when we come back here on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Off the bench.
All right, go to trashrangers.com. Trashrangers.com is the website if you want to sign up for that roll-off dumpster that we talk about all the time, right? 3 different sizes to choose from. That's at your home. It's at your business. Maybe you're doing some cleaning at the house. Maybe you're moving. Maybe you have a remodel at the house. Or if you have a business, you have the same situation. All right, look. Maybe you're just cleaning up at the business. Whatever it might be, you call them, hey, here's what I've got going on, and they'll make sure you have the right size dumpster every single time. 225-612-2477.
Yeah, I don't care where you are, whether you're at your home, you're at your place of work. There's going to be trash. And Trash Rangers, they are the absolute best at handling it. Reliable, waste, and hassle-free trash removal. Like I said, residential, you just need a dumpster. At your business, you need a roll-off dumpster. They can size it for you. They can handle all your trash needs. That is Trash Rangers, trashrangers.com.
When it comes to industrial construction, River Parish Contractors can do it all. Mechanical, structural, custom fabrication, specialized welding, and turnaround services. Strategically located in between Baton Rouge and New Orleans, we have the local team with the experience and commitment to safety to manage the most complex industrial projects. Period. Here's the deal. Partnering with us means your project is delivered on time, on budget, and most important, safely. River Parish Contractors, let's get building.
Baton Rouge's home for real rock. It's Eagle 98.1. Foo Fighters. Led Zeppelin. AC/DC. Pearl Jam. And the flagship home for LSU sports. Take us anywhere with the Eagle 98.1 app. Eagle 98.1 is the rock station.
Family owned and community driven.
Service Chevrolet Cadillac, a legacy you can trust since 1972. Service Chevrolet Cadillac, our family serving your family.
For over 50 years.
At Luba Workers' Comp, our journey began over 30 years ago with a simple belief. Our clients come first.
At Luba, our business has always been focused on people, not policies.
Through every success and challenge, we've continued to grow because we've stayed true to our values, committed to providing you with genuine dependability.
Because your well-being is more than a priority. It's our purpose.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
Men, age is just a number. Don't let it dictate how you feel. Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness has anti-aging services that can help you look and feel your best. Visit yourgoodwood.com and discover a renewed sense of vitality.
We came up with the idea of auctions in August. Gulf Coast Bank does all the work. We display the item, we prominently feature it in social media, on our website.
2007 champs, purple and gold to the core. This is Off the Bench with Hester and Flynn, Baton Rouge's go-to for all things Louisiana sports.
She's mighty, mighty, just letting it all hang out. She's a bread house. I like lady stack, that's a fact. Ain't holding nothing back. She's a bread.
All right, welcome back in OTB 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge. T-Hen wants us to talk about Keelan Williams' calves. They were giant.
Nice calves.
Great calves.
Great calves.
All calf team, Keelan Williams, Sean Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
That's the list.
Great calves.
All arm team.
Nice sets.
Richard Murphy, Brandon Taylor.
Can you make the all calf team if your calves connect to your ankles?
No, so Flynn's disqualified.
Asking for a friend.
All CTE team, Flynn and Hester.
Well,
you do got some cankles.
I don't have cankles.
You do.
I did when I was coming out. When I was in high school. I did. My body was in flux. It was growing. I'm ready to make a bold prediction.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, hit us.
LaRon Landry's on the all bicep team, but his biceps got bigger in the NFL, I think.
He's on all trap team.
Yeah, he's traps. Yeah, he's on the all trap team.
Traps and delts.
Yeah. I mean, I'm telling you, like Richard Murphy, BT, big guns.
What's your bold prediction?
All right. So I wanted to do something before the season starts where we all make extremely hot takes, like bold predictions, and we can rank them. Like this is like very unlikely to happen, but I'm going to say it's going to happen, and what's going to be a little competition.
Okay.
So we got to make predictions throughout the season, for the end of the season, whatever it is.
I've got a doc that I'm starting to accumulate
Yep.
them all on.
My first take is I'm going to make it very bold. I was going to kind of like try to buffer it a little bit by saying he'd be top 2 or 3 in the voting, but that went against the spirit of what we're trying to do.
Yeah.
I think Jordan Love is going to win the NFL MVP this year.
Oh, we're going like I thought you were just going strictly LSU.
No, any NFL or college football take.
Okay, so this is just for us and not for the station survey.
This is not for the station survey.
Okay.
Oh, no. This is just because I teased Jordan Love earlier. I saw something come across Twitter yesterday that kind of like got me thinking about his time as a starter for the Packers and kind of what he's done up to date. I know he hadn't like gotten it done all the time. He's had this like stretch his first year starting towards the end where he was like there was no quarterback playing better football than him. But I saw this stat come across that he has the most completions on 20-plus yard throws over the past 2 years. He's got 59 over the past 2 years. So a guy that's playing his first 2 years as a starter in a wide receiver room with no like true number one. He has been the most productive, explosive passer in the league, despite the fact that he's missed 2 games starting and he missed like a couple of halves here and there for injury as well. And with a wide receiver core that's really like the youngest wide receiver core in the NFL, very talented, albeit. But they also were 3rd in the league last year in dropped passes. They had 33 drop passes, I believe. The only people that had more was the Browns and the Jets. So now they add Matthew Golden, who by all reports coming out of camp is he has been an absolute stud.
Yep.
So you add this guy to that mix. Jordan Love in the NFC, he's going to have all of these big highlighted games. It's going to be primetime. He's going to have 2 matchups versus the Vikings, 2 matchups versus the Lions, and of course 2 matchups versus a former number 1 pick with the Bears. Like all of those games are going to be maybe not games of the week, but they're going to be highly watched because all the implications that's going to have for one of the best conferences or divisions in the NFL with that NFC North. So he's going to have the opportunities. And, I think this is the year where the Packers take the NFC North. I think they're going to win those close, tight games. And I'm just looking at his wide receiver core. He's got Jaden Reed, 857 yards receiving last year, 6 touchdowns. Christian Watson tore his ACL, but he had 620 yards before that. Romeo Doubs, 601 yards. Dontavian Wicks, who was their 4th guy at 415 yards. And their tight end last year, Tucker Kraft, was their 2nd leading. So they got a real pass-catching dude at tight end, 707 yards. So with that being said, you throw Matthew Golden into this mix, they are going to be a force. And I've seen stretches where Jordan Love has played as good as any quarterback had played in the entire NFL. So there is my prediction. That is the first. I'm kicking off our bold predictions, our bold hot takes. Jordan Love, 2025 NFL MVP.
All right. I know Taylor's got one ready to go in the chamber.
We don't have to go around the room. Y'all could think about this because I've been thinking about this. I've been thinking about all this.
I have one, but it's Taylor. He's got to take.
How bold do you want to go?
I want to go as bold as you want to go. My ideal situation is we'd each come up with 5 or 6 and extremely bold, pretty bold, and just kind of on the edge. I want to see. I think we should have tiers of boldness here.
All right, I got a really bold one for you.
Love it. Let's go.
The Kansas City Chiefs will not win the AFC West.
Broncos, Chargers, or Raiders?
Bold of the bold.
Thinking about this. Okay. I don't hate it. Don't hate it. Who do you think's going to win?
I'm high on the Broncos and the Chargers here. I just think the division kind of beats each other up a little bit.
Yeah.
And the Chiefs play a lot of really tough games on the road, too, out of the division. I'll go the Denver Broncos. I think the Denver Broncos win that division. Okay. I think they're going to have the best defense in the NFL. Well, I think 3 teams in that division make the playoffs. I think the Chiefs, the Chargers, and the Broncos all make it. But I think the Broncos win that division.
It's not terrible because the Chiefs aren't always, like, especially last year, not very sexy during the regular season or the playoffs. I mean, Patrick Mahomes did not lead any category in passing statistics. Sometimes wasn't even that darn good, but they won the game because all Andy Reid cares about is winning a football game. Doesn't matter how it looks. And they've all bought into that. And they win these close games, and they do it. So in order for your prediction to come right, they have to be a lot like they were last year, but just fall a little bit short in those games, which they've never proven to do that.
You look at, again, I think the division beats each other up. You look at the games the Chiefs play out of the division. The Ravens, the Eagles, the Lions, the Commanders, the Bills. I mean, they have a tough out-of-division schedule. I mean, there's a chance that happens.
And you heard it. He said the Chargers are going to win the division.
I mean, the Chargers very well could.
Avo said, imagine thinking the NFL will let Taylor Swift not win the division.
Guys, they're going to be in the playoffs, okay?
That's a good point.
All right, before I give you my bold prediction, I want to remind you about our friends over at Pelican Roofing. Go to pelicanroof.com. You'll see the 5-star reviews on the homepage. You'll see the financing options right there on the homepage. Always remember, in Lafayette, in Baton Rouge, boots on the ground in both. Instant roof quote right there on the homepage as well. If you want an idea of what that roof is going to cost you at your home, at your business, it is right there on the website. Go to the website today, pelicanroof.com. Again, in Lafayette, in Baton Rouge, they are servicing both areas, not driving back and forth. They are going to always be there in the local community, pelicanroof.com. My bold prediction, Alvin Kamara, for the first time in his career, rushes for 1,000 yards.
Oh, I like it.
For the first time.
I like it.
He's had 728, 883, 797, 932, 898, 897, 694, and 950 a year ago. I think he's going to get an opportunity. Young quarterback. He's going to have a lot of carries if he stays healthy. He is going to be the driving force behind whatever the offense ends up being. We saw what Saquon did last year, obviously, with the Eagles.
And he's got a room full of first and second rounders blocking for him.
That he does. That he does, Derek. That he does. So, Alvin Kamara, first time in his career, 1,000-yard rusher. That's bold because it's never happened, and he's played a long time.
That is bold because
never done it.
2 segments ago, we talked about
I know.
where, like, we're trying to coach the running back on where to run the ball.
Yep.
They were like, there's nowhere to run the ball.
We're going bold.
Jake did not specify how many carries it would take to get to it.
You take all of them.
Yards per carry don't matter in this
903
prediction.
carries.
He had 950 yards last season.
So he's close.
He's close.
He's close. Alondra, you want to do yours
So I didn't
now?
have an NFL one ready. I didn't know
All
which
good.
direction
No,
we were
I didn't
going.
anywhere in football.
So my bold prediction might be, I don't know how bold this is, but I think that Harold Perkins will finish top 3 in Heisman voting.
Oh, wow.
Whoa.
Okay.
You didn't know how bold that was?
That's bold.
So if I'm doing my research
That's a
correctly,
10.
the last linebacker to finish anywhere in the top 3
Oh, I know
or
this
even
answer.
Manny Te'o back in 2012.
Oh, Manti Te'o.
And
Him and
So-
Lene.
That's right.
in 2012, when he finished second in Heisman voting, he had 49 tackles, solo tackles, 62 assisted, and 1.5 sacks. I'm looking at Harold Perkins' last full season back in 2023. Did he play the full season in 2023? Anyways, he had 43 solo tackles, 31 assisted, and 5.5 sacks. In 2022, he had 39 solo, 33 assisted, and in 23 he had 74 total tackles. So if he's going to have the breakout season that people say he is, he has an opportunity to have the same amount, if not better, stats than Manny Te'o last time
All right.
that a
Let's
linebacker
go.
was in Heisman.
Look, if that happens, LSU is in a great spot.
Yeah.
As a team. We
You
talked
got-
about
you
he
got,
might
like-
be the most important non-quarterback across the country.
Ooh, if that happens, come on. You'd have him and us, top 3. Choo-woo. If that happens, we have
You have a first round bye in the playoffs.
a first round bye in the playoffs for sure.
It's pretty bold.
I love it.
All right.
I want the bolder, the better.
Let's take our last break of the week. Wrap it up answering your questions. We'll ask the bench here on OTB.
Off the bench.
Yeah, you got Perk in the Heisman ceremony there with Nuss. You know what you're enjoying?
Yeah, a bunch of Dos Equis.
You are. Feet are kicked up.
More
You're
than
going
two.
for Dos.
More than Dos.
Having a great time. That means LSU's having a great season, and nothing pairs better than a good old Dos Equis with a little tailgate action there. So, look, it is upon us. We are less than 10 days away from the first game of the college football season. So, tailgating season is here. There's nothing better than having the tent up, having the TV on, opening the ice chest, and seeing some ice cold Dos Equis.
Yeah, opening your fridge, looking in there, and just seeing that beautiful green bottle staring at you. Like he just said it. We're getting ready for Farmageddon. We got no dog in that fight, but it's football. It's college football. So have a Dos Equis ready to go. That delicious ice cold Mexican lager. Getting ready for football season. Drink Dos Equis. Drink responsibly.
Parish Construction and Roofing.
This is Coach Kim Mulkey. Go to parishbuilt.com for all of your roofing needs.
From your hometown, parishbuilt.com.
It's not just a game, it's a religion. You've got your team colors, team swag, and now your very own website. LouisianaSports.net. Everything LSU, Saints, and Pelicans. Sports on demand. In-depth coverage by sports writing pros with continuously updated news. And with the LouisianaSports.net newsletter, you get pinged directly with top trending stories. Best of all, now and always. No paywall. It's free. LouisianaSports.net. Powered by 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge. Your home for Louisiana sports.
We typically think of stress as being bad for us. At Our Lady of the Lake and LSU, we are researching how certain types of stress, such as exercise, can be good for our immune health. By studying people under extreme stress, such as athletes, astronauts, service members, and first responders, we're learning how to improve the immune health of everyone. That's the power of research. That's the impact of champions. Together, we roar.
At Luba Workers' Comp, our journey began over 30 years ago with a simple belief. Our clients come first.
At Luba, our business has always been focused on people, not policies.
Through every success and challenge, we've continued to grow because we've stayed true to our values, committed to providing you with genuine dependability.
Because your well-being is more than a priority. It's our purpose.
Breck teamed up to reimagine your parks, and you imagined big. With your help, we went to work, creating 12 beautiful community parks across the parish. A family-sized water park, miles and miles of trails, and parks just for your dogs. There are more places to splash, to explore, to run wild, and even soar. You imagined, we delivered. Gold. Breck, your #1 park system in the nation.
ED, low T, or simply seeking to optimize your health and performance? Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness offers a range of discreet services to address your specific needs. We empower men to reclaim their health and confidence. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
Businesses like yours are the soul of our community. You deserve someone who'll deliver the internet services you deserve. That's why local businesses rely on Rev Business, 90 years of building connections. Visit us at letsrev.biz.
We came up with the idea of auctions in August. Gulf Coast Bank does all the work. We display the item. We prominently feature it in social media.
5 bad boys with the power to rock you. Blowing your mind, so you gotta get into 5. What you waiting for? If you want to.
From players to legends, Hester and Flynn break down LSU football like only champions can.
Hey, hey, hey. Oh, sorry. All right, welcome back in, OTB. You can go and keep this in the background. This might be the new Friday song. Ask the Bench, will Derek Dooley supporters vote for him if they find out he mocked a high school kid for having fat ankles?
That's true. Body shaming.
Wait, is he running in Georgia?
So good.
It's Georgia, right?
Georgia, yeah.
Yeah, he's going to get bonus points for that.
Ooh.
What a question. What a question.
Really got to dig deep into these people's past,
You
y'all.
really do. Turn it up if you got that body.
Ask the Bench, favorite 90s hip-hop artist or rapper?
That's a good
I mean,
question.
if you go outside of like the New Orleans guys, Busta Rhymes.
Vanilla Ice.
All right, Rob Van Winkle, shout out.
I don't know.
You got to give one. Come on,
Usher.
Tay, you got to give one. Oh my God.
Tay don't know.
Jesus. We'll see you next week.
I'm sorry.
Boo.
Off the bench.
God, guy from Walker can't give you a hip hop artist. Go to BoudreauxElectrical.com.
Not his generation.
The old Gulf of America heating up. But it's okay. Okay? Because you're going to be ready. You're going to have more power, more protection. Because you're going to have the whole home generator from Boudreaux's Electrical. They've got over 80 right now in stock ready to go. They're going to come in, slab it up, put it down, and you are going to have the ultimate peace of mind. You're going to have it thanks to BoudreauxElectrical.com.
Having peace of mind is absolutely priceless, and you can still get it done. They have inventory in stock, ready to go for this hurricane season. So give them a call. Let them size a generator perfectly for your home. Be the envy of the neighborhood when the power goes out. Be the ones with the lights on. Protect yourself, protect your house, protect your things. BoudreauxElectrical.com.
Businesses like yours are the soul of our community. You deserve someone who'll deliver the internet services you deserve. That's why local businesses rely on Rev Business, 90 years of building connections. Visit us at letsrev.biz.
At Sunshine, we know what you see when you look at your land. Where others may see dirt, you see the foundation you've built your life on. It's hallowed ground. It's past, present, and future. We're proud to provide quality John Deere equipment to help you maintain the land you love. Check out our current promotions and learn more about what it means to be powered by sunshine at sunequip.com.
Today, we are shaping tomorrow.
We are researching how extreme stress impacts the immune system, from trauma